Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I'm your gregarious Game Master Tom, and this is Episode 6, Mandatory Happiness and Murder. Thanks for listening to the show, and if you'd like to support the podcast, drop by our Patreon for after-show commentary, character creation, character sheets, and other exclusive audio. Check out patreon.com/ingloriousbards. And leave us some feedback about the show. We check out every message you send us on Twitter, Facebook, and other social media. In the last adventure, our heroes took out a Ripclaw gang that had hijacked a cargo ship. Hidden in a cargo pod, they found Alyssa, a woman with psionic abilities who had been taken against her will. Boarding a small station, the heroes found it damaged with no gravity or oxygen, as well as a dead man strapped in a seat. They boarded a transfer shuttle and went down to a town beneath a dome on the planet below. Why did the local police ask for help here at this world? And why is this town protected by a heavy yellow dome? The adventure begins. The shuttle blasts off from the orbiting station and heads down to the dark planet. On board are our crew of 5 heroes and their new ally, Alyssa, a teacher of the Esperways who was rescued from a cargo pod. The police in the town below have asked for assistance. Beyond that, you have no idea what you'll find below. The blackness of the planet is broken by a circle of yellow, a dome over a single town below. A black misty cloud swirls over the dome as the shuttle hits the atmosphere and begins to shudder. The dome grows larger. Everyone holds tight to the straps on their seats. An automatic message plays over the intercom. Engage brights at 10, then fire bow at count 2. A countdown then starts. 16, 15, 14. Ippo nervously holds his finger over a button labeled Trigger Polar Light. 12, 11, 10. Ippo hits the button. It turns green. A bright light pulses on the north side of the dome. The swirling black cloud begins to scatter, leaving only a haze between the shuttle and the dome. 6, 5. Ippo holds a sweaty finger over the button, blast bow charge. 3, 2. Ippo hits the button. It turns red. A soft alarm sound plays. The dome comes racing up ahead. Uncharged, the weapon at the bow of the shuttle does not fire. Boom! You hit the dome and pass through. The vessel is designed for this. But through the shuttle window, you see something terribly wrong. Legs and teeth. You realize to your horror, the swirl of black over the dome was not a wispy cloud, but a mass of creatures desperate to get in. With most of them distracted to the light on the north, the last few remaining at the entrance to the dome were not blasted away by the bow gun. The shuttle thunders down inside the dome. The atmosphere is filled with lots of strange yellow debris that bounce off the windows. A small starport below opens up a metal roof to allow your shuttle to automatically dock. Augie, you hear lots of stomping outside the shuttle exterior, screeching sounds, and then the tearing of metal. The shuttle descends within the starport, covered in a swarm of black, angry creatures. The vessel's engines blast hard as it comes to a stop. The rooftop door of the starport closes. 2 maintenance personnel in jumpsuits stroll across to the shuttle, dragging baggage carts and looking bored. A bug-like beast the size of a large dog drops down on the ground next to them and hisses. It raises up a serrated leg and buries it into one of the men's chest. He screams in pain. The other man yells to the rest of the personnel, "Bugs! We got bugs!" Half a dozen more of the creatures clamber down off the tall shuttle and scatter across the dock. And we have combat.
Are there any still on the ship?
You are inside and you cannot see outside.
That cannot be good. I guess
what if Ippo doesn't feel like fighting and just wants to let them run away?
Yeah. And I'm like, we could just chill here till it's done.
Yeah. Let them handle.
Way to go, prophets.
Your shuttle is this tall, almost cigar-shaped vessel that lands on its thruster-type back end. Your seats are mounted vertically, like Apollo astronaut-type things that sit. And then you're strapped in. There's a ladder that runs down the floor to help you down. two gangways extend off to let you out to the bottom and the top or the south and north of the shuttle. Inside, you're in this dock. The dock is surrounded by a bunch of different crates for delivery. There's some engine parts, and you can see there are several people. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 maintenance personnel in this dock that are running for cover, trying to hide as these bugs are scurrying around and racing around and causing lots of trouble.
The maintenance personnel are the
1,
those
2,
things?
3, and 4.
The tiny guys.
Yeah, those guys over there. So what you have is essentially one bug on the left-hand side that's right next to a guy behind some engine parts. He's on the west-hand side. So what you see are these strange, crazy creatures. You can think of them like the bugs from Starship Troopers. They have big serrated legs. They've got these nasty maw-type things with some whitish teeth, though, that stick out of them. They are fast. There are small ones the size of large dogs that skitter around. There are also some larger ones that are the size of horses that move just as quickly and seem just as dangerous, if not more so. There, again, there's one far off to the west that's chasing down a guy hiding behind some engine parts. There's one about 20, 30 feet away from the shuttle that's running away also to join into some carnage that doesn't quite see you. It's the closest. And to the southeast, there's a guy who's cornered by 3 of these things. And that's your current scene. There's chaos, there's screaming, there's no security here. There's just guys in jumpsuits that are running around as they are being attacked. And we're going to roll initiative. And here we go. First up is Epo.
So Epo is aware of what you just described?
Yes.
Okay. So he's looking outside at what's going on. Your window, I guess. And he's gonna run out past Devin to the west and take a shot at this creature right here.
All
Where
right.
do you want to be?
Just like one move.
All right,
like
so
right
you're
at the
outside
corner
the
there.
shuttle, using it as cover.
Yep.
There's a creature about 20 feet to the west of the shuttle as you're blasting it.
Yes.
Is this creature one of the small ones or the large ones?
This is a larger one.
Larger one. Okay.
I don't think I hit. It's 9.
9 is a miss. Your shot goes wide. Epo is done. It is the large bug's turn.
Ooh.
The one that you just shot at, Epo. It continues.
That's one of the big horse-like ones?
Yeah.
And it runs around some crates and starts charging at another maintenance guy who's huddled into a small corner surrounded by crates, going, "No, help!" The other bug is in the southeast, some distance away from your group. These distances are a little bit bigger than we normally deal with. I don't know the extent of it. Let me double check.
Yeah,
From
they're spread out all over the place.
Yeah, that's pretty far. It's like, no, it's not too far. It's 80 feet, 70 feet. Anyways, this larger creature runs over in the southeast and attacks another maintenance guy there. And impales that guy in the thigh and sticks him to the ground. So its serrated leg goes through his thigh and digs a bit into the tiled ground floor. And that guy is pinned and screaming and blood's gushing out. Next up is Augie.
Augie. So many of them. Will charge out of the ship between Catherine, underneath Kolsch, off the ramp, straight down. You could put me over one more, so I'm hugging the corner of the ship. Maybe. I don't know if that gives me line of sight to the big guy who just impaled so-and-so. Does that give me I imagine it does.
It does. Totally fine.
Quick little targeting laser comes up and I blast a shot off my wrist for the laser beam attack.
Oh, this is your one of your big techniques that you use.
One of my big ones.
Pew pew.
Yes, indeed. Here we go. Well,
I think it's another all or nothing.
is it all or nothing? How is a 10?
10?
That would be enough.
Check the power. I don't think it does anything else, because that is a miss.
It does not.
A blast goes wide, hits the wall, sizzles the wall, doesn't do much than that. Devin, you're next.
Okay. So how tall is, so looking to my east, how tall are these structures here between the three creatures and myself?
Yeah, those are very tall, big storage containers. So they're like 12, 15 feet tall.
Okay. So if I head out to the east and south around our ship there, am I able to get a line on one of these guys here?
You go right as far.
Does that give me a line on any of those guys?
No, you need to be further down 10 more feet.
What are the objects that are currently blocking line of sight there?
Those orange ones?
Yeah.
I just described them. They're large cargo containers, about 12 or 15 feet
Cargo
tall.
containers,
All right.
gotcha.
In that case, I will move another 30 feet.
Before you move, Devin, you move half your turn, and then you see that one more guy on the far east with his back against the wall. He looks terrified, and he sees you, Devin, and he starts pointing behind himself at the wall behind him.
Okay. Do I see what he's pointing at?
Just a wall with a couple openings around it.
Lovely. I will head basically straight east then for another 30 feet.
All right, Devin's did a move. Next up are the rest of the bugs. All right, one comes running out of that very section I just mentioned. He comes out of that east wall, comes out of a hole, and starts charging at that guy, but cannot get its attack off.
Big bug, little bug.
It's a little one. Right now, there are only two large ones, and that is one at the southeast and one at the northwest. Another one attacks. It closes in, and that poor maintenance guy who has been stapled to the ground is attacked, and he is finished off. Another bug that's next to him runs off and runs towards your new friend, Devin. So your new friend is now surrounded by these
I
things.
wouldn't exactly call him a friend.
Loyal,
Not for long.
amazing friend.
Just a guy I used
So
to
the bugs
know.
have just killed that guy. They're not like eating him or anything.
No, they just killed him.
Okay.
Another one attacks and misses. And last but certainly not least, one of them drops off the side of the shuttle right next to the entrance where Kolsch is and attacks you, Kolsch.
Bring it.
It hisses and misses and gets its foot caught in the weird mesh section of the gangplank ramp, and it's caught there and it's stuck and it cannot move for quite some time. And it's done. That's done. That's done. It is Kolsch's turn. You got one 5 feet away, and you got a bunch of other people being.
Well, the one that's right there is now my concern. So I'm going to shoot it.
So sad.
17.
It can still attack you with some other claws, so you're doing a ranged attack at point blank range, so you need to roll with disadvantage.
17.
You rolled two 17s?
No, you went with the
I
lowest
rolled
number,
a
yeah.
26 and
Oh,
17.
nice. That's a hit.
9 points of damage.
9 points. Let me check. 9 points. You shred that thing apart in a big pile of goo and bits, and it is gone.
Oh.
Catherine,
Perfect.
and you can still move if you want.
Yes. I'm going to extend my full move to, I think I can go right here.
Catherine, you're up.
Cool. I'm going to yell, don't let him pin you down. And I'm going to look at Kolsch and say, awesome job, buddy. Keep destroying him. And give him a little inspiration.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
And then do I see, is there a vehicle weapon
On your shuttle?
on the shuttle?
No.
All right, then I'm going.
That's smart.
Can I please stay in here? And then I will run as close toward these itsy bitsies down here as I can.
You're staying next to Kolsch and Augie?
If I can stay next to Kolsch, but as far as I can get toward these little bugs
You're
in the
like
bottom right.
Right there.
Okay.
And then am I 50 feet from them?
Oh, the inspiration was just a bonus action?
That's a bonus action.
That's so nice. Yeah, you're within 50 feet. There's a small one and a large one within 50 feet.
Cool. Then I'm going to take out my trusty pistol that I'm so good at. And I'm going to take a shot at the little one.
Little one.
Yeah. That's a 14 to hit.
14. Phew, you hit it, but it seems to bounce off of its carapace and does no damage. Epo, you are just on the north side of the shuttle, hugging the edge. Your friends have scattered and went to the other direction.
Yep.
What do you want to do?
So I'm going to dash and move to get around the corner. Over here by one of these bugs that's cornering a maintenance guy.
Okay.
Like right here?
Take me as far as I can go. So it'd be like 60.
Okay, so you're running over towards that one. You're getting further away from your friends, but you're closing in on this guy.
You want to be next to him?
Sure.
You run point blank up to this larger bug.
Hi.
I just pull out my pistol, which is versatile.
I am here.
Yeah.
So from the camera view of this shuttle, you have run off and dashed behind some crates, and we hear pew pew pew.
Exactly.
Okay.
I just put my my azimuth laser up to his head and say hello, and don't hit him.
All right. Dramatically missed. It is the large bug's turn. It turns at the sound of the shot and swipes at you, Sir Epo. With a 16 to hit.
Uh-huh.
You have been hit for 6 points of slashing damage. And then he gets a second attack with a 20 to hit.
Okay.
For only 2 points of damage, but with that second one, it grabs on with its little maw mandible type thing and flips its head back and flips you over it, and you land next to it on the ground prone.
Okay.
The other large bug was going to get engaged with some maintenance guy. This is the one in the southeast. Instead, it sees Catherine and Kolsch, and the movement attracts it, and it comes running over towards the two of you. 15, 20, 25, 30. Double check his move speed real fast. Got it. 35, 40. It moves all the way up to you, Kolsch, but cannot get its attack off. It's racing right up to your face, does this weird sound, and it's done. Augie.
Quickly snatching the pistol from my side and firing a shot at the larger beast in front of me.
All right, he'll have light cover with your friends blocking the way.
Light cover? I'm going to change that action. A lesser pulse comes from my wrist instead of my pistol.
Okay.
And light cover would not be a factor for this because it course skates along the ground there and zaps him.
Trying to fit course gates into the conversation.
I'm trying to. That is a 15.
15 against the larger one.
He gets no cover.
With no cover, does not hit him.
Jesus.
Damn.
Not good.
Not even a little.
You can move, and then Devin, you're up.
I would like to stare upwards at the rest of the ship to see if there's any other bugs up there that I might need to worry about.
You turn around and look. There are no other bugs.
Okay.
There's 70 more bugs.
I'm just expecting sheets of them.
I don't know. Maybe they don't pick up on infrared at all.
Devin stops his march forward, looking at the maintenance worker. He gives him a little wink.
The guy's surrounded by death.
Yep. Is there are these small or big bugs?
Small.
Smalls. Okay. So then the one to his north that I guess is pretty interested in him. Devin will have a tiny little black singularity appear out of his
the
hand.
singularity.
He's going to cast it out.
This has failed every time, I believe.
Yup. How about a 15?
15! The singularity this time misses.
Motherfucker.
And this big energy hits the far wall right by the bug, makes this big, almost like a shockwave sound. Boom! The whole place echoes, and there is no other effect than that.
I hate this spell.
Do you give him a second wink?
I shrug concernedly.
That guy is attacked twice by the creatures and is missed. Catherine and Kolsch, you are joined now by a smaller bug. So you've got a small one and a big one just toe-to-toe with you guys. That guy missed. I don't even see that one. This one's making an attack. There's another attack. You hear some more screeching noises, some more cries for help, but that's about it. It is your turn. Kolch.
Disengage is a full action, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to use the Overcharger, and I'm going to attack the big bug in front of me.
What's the overcharge?
That is the, I have an extra heavy rifle, and it's the +2 to hit and an extra 2d6 +2 damage. It's kind of risky, because I could roll...
Hold on. But this ruins the weapon.
Yeah.
All right,
But I have 2 of those
Use that
heavy
extra,
rifles.
yeah.
Okay,
So I have my trusty one, and I have this...
Are you inspired?
So you have to use your bonus action to draw
Choose to use mine.
the one you're going to destroy, the weapon you're going to destroy.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you point blank. This is at disadvantage, though.
Oh, I know.
And you can use my inspiration
Yeah.
after you roll. You don't have to
That's
roll
right.
with.
Good luck.
Wow, this could be big.
We're all counting on you. Inspiration?
Yeah. 19.
19's a hit.
So 11
Nice.
plus 22 damage.
22. Point blank, the
my
weapon
God.
powers up and blows a huge blast through this creature, and it's left with 4 legs just sitting there. The middle section's gone, and the legs just
Yeah.
kind of fall down to the ground. Point blank. Catherine and Kolch, you guys need to make dexterity saving throws.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to move forward.
What'd you get?
That's a 7.
7.
All right, you guys are both covered in
Buddy.
green viscera.
Cool.
Awesome.
Does it burn?
It does not. Catherine, you're up.
All right.
Does it taste good?
Hell of a defense.
Kind of like lime.
I'm going to look at the viscera on me and then look at the bug in front of me and say, wow, your insides actually look better than your outsides. And I'm going to wicked insult it. It's a charisma save.
Yeah. Is there an intelligence requirement on that?
They just have to be able to hear and understand me.
I cannot understand.
What if I just do it like really mockingly
No.
with wonderful facial expression?
No, you gotta do something else.
Ah! There's not much I could do.
You got this bug right in your
You can
face.
still whip the shit out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna punch it. Can I punch it?
You can.
I'm gonna punch it.
All right, make a melee attack roll.
What is that? 11 plus
Strength.
strength?
Strength mod.
Yeah, that's gonna be a -1. 10.
10 plus your proficiency, so 13 is a miss. You swing and miss your glorious punch at this bug. Did you want to move, or are you good?
I'm gonna stay, and then I am going to look at Devin, who I believe is in 60 feet of me, and say, "You'll get him next time, buddy." Give him a little inspiration.
Thank you.
Epo, you're at the northwest section, far away from your friends. The maintenance guy you've been protecting, he runs out of that area
Okay, good.
safely. You, however, are on the ground prone next to this creature, this larger creature that just tossed you.
I look up at him. Azimuth pistol in both hands, pointed straight towards him, and say, "I will eat you for lunch, you space crab." And this time, I hit with a 14.
With a 14, you blast, and you do no damage. Your shot goes wide as it's clawing. You're frantically trying to defend
My
yourself.
shot goes right underneath its groin. It at least scares it.
Scares it so much, it attacks you twice.
No, not yet.
No, not yet. You got some move action.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm going to use half my move to stand up.
Okay.
The other half to run towards the maintenance guy.
That'll draw an opportunity attack.
All right, that's fine.
So now you can
Opportunity
disengage 5
attack me.
feet. Or, you want to do the opportunity attack?
Oh, yeah, I don't want to get away either.
Okay. 15 feet.
15.
15, and then,
Now you can do a whole other run if you want.
yeah, I'm going to actually run into the corner. Follow me, maintenance man.
All right. That bug's turn to go, and it's going to try and chase you. 5, 10.
Did he miss his opportunity?
I didn't roll it yet. Good catch. 15, 20, and it stops. Its opportunity attack on you is a 16 to hit.
Yep.
Damn.
Depot has been hit. Oh, minimum damage. 3 damage.
Okay, minimum damage at 20.
So it strikes at you, claw, rakes your back as you go. It chases you, but again, you don't have to outrun the creature. You have to outrun your friend. Your friend is the maintenance guy.
He's not my friend.
And he says, I'm right behind you. And then just
That's exactly where I want you.
the creature comes up right behind him
Merciless.
and hits him twice. It slices him across the back of his neck and then grabs onto his head and swallows the head.
Just when we were getting to know one
Aki,
another.
you're up.
Kind of traumatized by all the violence I'm seeing with these bugs here. Is there ordnance in this bay?
You see no weapons, just lots of crates.
Ship ordnance, stuff designed to outfit a ship.
Nope,
Nothing.
just crates that are not labeled.
All right.
One of them is full of Greek yogurt.
The picture of Jimmy Lee Curtis on it.
That's not Greek yogurt.
Moving to the other corner of the ship, so hopping over that ramp and
Oh, this corner?
yeah, right there.
It's spicy.
What would be the range up to? Hypothetically, if I could see that creature in the upper left.
I got your range right here.
I got your range.
It's 45 feet.
45. Do I have any visual on it?
No.
None. Okay. Can't hold.
You can hold your action and when it goes through.
I'll do that.
Okay, Devin, you're up. What are you going to do when it goes through? You do have to declare that.
I will be making a similar electric shock.
Okay, I will kind of start to just stalk forward and then taking
How far?
30 feet.
Stalk forward.
Yeah.
Hey, did you get my email? What's your number?
And then the same creature that I attacked before, my eyes glow, kind of turn just a little blue, and I will unleash a synaptic recoil upon the creature,
All right.
giving it a ton of psychic feedback. It must make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save.
You watch its ass explode because that's where its brain is.
It has rolled a 14.
I assume that's probably
It's on the other side of your sheet. It's on the other sheet, actually.
13.
13. It resists it.
Damn.
Hold on.
He's got a
Wait a
plan.
minute.
I didn't do that at all.
Nah.
I did something much cooler.
I didn't do that. No.
I tricked you.
Nope, that's all I got.
All right.
Oh.
Devin just...
Thought I was doing a
feel
psychic
so,
You're very hit and miss as the
I hear
mystic.
you, man. Right now, I don't have a lot going on.
so impotent.
I think he's more missed than
Does it-
hit,
does it-
actually.
I have been way more missed than hit. Yeah.
Were you inspired when you made that roll, or was it?
It's not a roll.
Yeah,
oh,
no,
it's not a roll.
It's a save.
It's a
It's a
risk.
save. The creature you've been...
which I thought would work better for me because
Yeah.
you know I don't have to.
They're
roll
apparently
once.
highly intelligent.
The creature you've been attacking moves out towards you, Devin, and slashes out with
Yes,
its...
this is exactly what I want.
lashes out with its serrated leg, but it misses. Tries to bite you and also misses.
You tell it I used a spell called Draw, and here you are.
Back over near Catherine and Kolsch, who are side by side, there's a small bug there that's resistant to all insults and jokes, and it lashes out at Catherine.
It knew I was being mean, but didn't know what it was.
Catherine, you have been swiped at with a 15 to hit
Oh yeah, that hits.
and a 12 with a bite.
Oh.
A 12 to hit.
Oh no.
That's a miss on that.
Misses.
All right, the leg slash does 6 points.
I thought it was 12
Ouch.
points of damage, and I was like, oh my god.
No. Back over at Devin. Devin, you were trying to rescue that poor maintenance guy who had 2 bugs next to him. Both those bugs leave him alone, so job well done.
Job well done.
And they both have engaged you. The second one is now attacking you.
This is exactly my plan.
It attacks with a 19 to hit,
Oh yeah.
and it misses with the bite.
So wait, hold on. 19 to hit. Nope, never mind.
Okay? You have been hit for 10 slashing damage.
Of course I have.
Devin's robe is sliced open. Blood spills out. You hear Devin give the most blood-curdling cry you've ever heard him give.
Catherine pulls out a really sketchy looking syringe.
No. No.
You've only got
Please,
the one
no.
left, right?
We got one.
Kolsch, you're up.
I have very bad.
Yeah.
You should have.
I'm
known
gonna
this.
attack at disadvantage. Come here, little bug, little bug.
This is the one you're point blank with. Got it.
7. 10.
10's a miss. Cannot deal with this thing.
Action surge.
We don't know what happened off on the side there.
Actually, scroll down. You will.
Oh.
No, don't scroll down.
Yeah, don't scroll down.
Come on, yeah, 17.
17's a hit. Firing and firing and firing. Kolsch finally hits.
Max damage, 15.
15
Wow.
damage?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You blast off a half of its head. It squeals. You blast off its rear right leg. It squeals. Gore is spilling everywhere. You blast off its left eye. You just take your time, slowly, bit by bit, destroying this over and over again.
Yeah.
Catherine,
I'm
you're...
gonna
yeah, and then you can go.
move up here. And as a bonus action, I still have that green shit all over me. I'm gonna like do a little shake and try to.
little animal shake, little
Yeah.
dog shake to get it off. All right.
Just don't lick yourself clean.
Yeah.
So acidic.
Catherine, you're up.
All right. Get me as close to Devin as possible, please.
30, you're like right here.
Okay. And I'm going to take a shot on the bug to his left.
All right. That's 30 feet away.
Perfect. Right. It is 17 to hit.
Hits.
Ooh.
Rare pistol hit.
Roll 6.
Yay. 4 points of damage.
4 points of
Yeah.
Did you add the
damage.
plus 2?
I did.
Always checking.
Is this area that we're in, this bay, this dock, brightly lit, metallic, or
It's metallic.
it's all metallic?
Metallic wall. The floor is stonish tile.
Stonish tile, but seems fairly new, fairly old,
Fairly newish.
fairly new. Okay.
Catherine, you blast the creature. Surprised you hit. The creature drops to the ground, but then rises back up, still alive.
On his third leg.
Epo! You've lost your meat shield behind you. You're running.
I get to the corner, I turn around, I say, where'd he go? And then I take a shot at Insect Boy.
This big one.
13.
13.
I don't think that's a hit.
It's another panicked Epo shot and a miss.
All right, so
You're
then,
reaching Devon levels of effectiveness at this point.
then I
She's all
There's a
sitting up her
status
son.
named after him now.
It's a
I'm devoning.
cast minor recovery to remove the Devon condition from him.
Oh,
I run.
that's terrible.
Damn it! Where's your pointer?
Can you give
I
him the
run
pointer?
south 30 feet. There we go.
And then what?
And then I dash another 30. So I can
You're
be
going
right
in
there.
circles around these crates with the thing?
Yep.
It just follows you
Hey,
in
man.
circles.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Which one was he at? You got him on a half spot.
Oh, you would have been here.
All right, you are saved by just a few feet as the creature has to spend its entire energy to get to you, Devin.
No.
And then there's a blast.
Sorry, Epo.
And then there's a blast.
Augie,
that's
you get to
right.
go. What do you mean a blast?
I was holding my
Who's
action.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, you know what's cool about that? You get to go, and then it's your action after that.
Yeah.
All right, the creature appears right where you were aiming, Augie. You get to do your action that you were
Alrighty.
holding. Good catch.
Ba-ba-bum. A non-natural 20.
Okay.
And that will yield for me a pating.
You rolled it.
That will be 4 points of damage.
Big 4. It barely feels it.
Barely feels it.
Epo sees what's happening and says, I lured him out for you, Augie.
And then another shot comes out. For a non-natural 23.
Hits.
And 1 point of damage.
Big 1 point. It barely feels it.
But see, to everyone's shock, it's boom, right back to back.
Do better, Augie.
The next attack on that creature, he will not benefit from any kind of cover.
Okay. Devin, how many hit points do you have left?
4.
4, and you've got 2 bugs right on top of you.
I do.
What would you like to do?
Resistance. If I have resistance against a damage type, that means they're attacking me with disadvantage.
No,
right?
the damage is cut in half.
Oh.
Devin is learning his spells today.
He does the T with his hand to the bugs. Time out for a second. Hold on, let me look at the spell.
T.
All right, so I will.
Come on, T. Can't touch me.
Finally getting sick of looking at the bug to the north, I'm going to look to the other bug and cast Synaptic Recoil
Bug
on
to the
that.
south.
All right.
So it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. They've been fairly resilient to all your efforts.
Yes, they have.
Do you actually
noticed.
cast spells? Or is this just a gimmick?
So
You hear the bug say that in common.
I have a confession team. I'm actually not even a spellcaster.
Just a regular guy.
He's a level 2 shopkeeper.
Who is it? What was the engineer's name?
Yeah, I was about to say, you rip off a mask and it's Jeffrey.
Dear
Hey,
God.
guys. I'm
It's a
doing
7.
good, aren't
It's a
I?
7 save.
7 is successful, so he's going to take. Wow, I'm actually going to get to do damage. It's going to do 10 points of damage to him, psychic damage. He must immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed will allow away from me.
All right, it doesn't do any of that as it is splattered as Catherine already dropped it to just 1 hit point. And it is killed.
It had 1 hit point.
Yep. Still not
You could have just looked at it funny. That would have been
It's
enough.
standing there just swaying, looking at you.
It's
and
held
you
up by styrofoam. It's just a cardboard cutout at this point.
Did you just get Devin?
Oh my god!
All right, I will not be. That's going to come back on me tenfold.
Devin, do you have any move or are you good where you're at?
No, I'm great.
Okay. The bug right next to you, Devin, decides to finish you once and for all. Oh my god, I was just saying it out loud. With a natural 20.
Seriously?
Critical hit.
Awesome.
A damage.
Take out my syringe.
Pretty much my day.
Just 3 damage. That's all we're hoping for. 3 damage.
14 points of damage.
That would
That
have
will
killed
drop
him
me down.
over.
All right. What's your maximum hit point?
Almost.
14.
14. Devin is messed up hugely.
Yeah.
And you see he has chunks of his body flying through the air.
Weesh.
Jesus.
Wait, you had 14? No, how much did you have left beforehand?
I had 4
left.
left.
You were not dead.
Right.
You were
Yeah.
dead.
That was real
No,
close.
he wasn't at 0. He was,
Devin got Devin.
Because if you get maximum, if you go below
Let's
your
stop
maximum,
this.
it's below.
I'm not enjoying this old Devin.
Wow.
He's got Devining thing.
You do not see chunks of Devin flying through the air. I take
Okay.
that back.
Oh God.
He drops to the ground with just this really look on his dead face. Come on. He is not dead, but he is dying. Wow. I thought he was dead. That's going on there. Kolsch, you're up. There are currently 3 bugs left in this area.
Devin being flat on the ground, I'm assuming he's not giving that bug cover.
Correct.
Asking the important question.
move out of the way, Devin.
All right.
Throw the grenade anyway.
13.
13. Devin stands up. I'm not quite.
Way to pull a Devin, man.
You miss, Kolsch. You want to move?
Jeez.
Catherine, you're up.
No, I'm good.
All right, Catherine?
All right, I'm gonna run up to Devin. Can I get all the way there?
I doubt it.
Okay, I'm gonna get as close to Devin as I can.
I got you at 30 feet.
Oh, yeah. I can
Really?
make it.
Is there a syringe coming out on
Yep.
this?
You race up to Devin.
No, I keep the syringe for special opportunities.
Okay.
Instead, I'm just gonna kneel down and I'm gonna touch him and say, "Come on, buddy. I really believe in you this time." And
This time.
didn't work so great last
Count
time.
yourself
And do a
out.
little field
It's
remedy.
backhanded healing.
One
She's
plus
throwing some of that wicked insult
Yeah,
in there
Can't
still.
help it.
That's 8 points
Ooh.
of healing.
Very nice.
So,
Yeah.
enjoy that.
He just went from, in my mind, dead to +8.
Got half his life back.
Yeah,
Epo, you got this big bug chasing you down.
more than half. That gives me a level of exhaustion, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it comes right up to me. I face it. I say, "You're gonna have a Devon of a day."
The worst wicked insult you could ever get.
And they understand that.
Yeah, he just
It winces.
it does.
Dude, not cool.
How does DM inspiration work?
You add the D6 after your roll if you want.
So that's a 13. That's a 17 to hit.
Hits. DM inspiration save.
Finally, for 7 points.
All right.
And it had no cover.
Yeah, it had no cover. It was that one right there. You deliver a nice big blow. It is still standing, however, but blasts and squeals.
And I use disengage and move 30 feet south
All right.
away from it.
So that'd be 35 feet with the disengage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Augie, you see Epo get a good shot off on the one chasing him.
Alrighty. No. There's still going to be some crazy chasing.
What are you going to do?
I am taking another shot at him. This electric pulse thing. Little blast from the bracelet.
This is your prime technique. You can just keep doing.
I can just keep doing it.
All right.
Yep. A 16
Hits.
hit.
What's the damage?
Damage is 1.
You're great at those ones. You're just unwittingly a damage over time
At
character.
least you're hitting.
But he's like
Got one last time.
You're
this little bug is like it's just shaking. No benefit from a cover for this thing.
I actually skipped that bug. It is going to charge after Epo and attacks twice with an 8 with its leg
No?
and a critical failure, and it tries to bite and slams into the large cargo container next to it, and it will not be able to move next turn at all.
Okay.
And Devin, you're up. Oh, you're on your back.
Okay. I will use my move to stand up.
Okay, that's half your move.
I thank you, Catherine. That was very nice. And
Right
then,
behind you is
right.
just Kolsch.
And I am going to use one of my prime abilities and cast Deflection upon myself.
What does that do?
It creates a kinetic barrier that impairs the impact from physical attacks. I am resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
All right. That creature is going to attack you and test that out with a 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
It does 3 points of damage.
Is that before or after?
That's before.
Okay.
Cut
so-
down to 1.
Okay, nice.
Every bit helps. Slices and misses. This other bug cannot piss off. There's nothing.
There's still that guy that's like,
that
He's going on to the southwest.
It's a Benny Hill show.
Being successful. All right, cool. There are still 3 bugs in this.
what's
dock.
my distance to this bug?
The one that's chasing that last maintenance guy?
Yeah.
Your distance is 75 feet.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna fire at him.
Okay. It'll have light cover.
22,
That's not an easy shot, and you pulled it off. What's the damage?
12.
You destroy that bug, and I imagine you just take a quick shot and you go right back to pointing towards that. You don't even think about it, and you destroy that one.
You just heard running, and you had a 50-50 target.
I hope that's a bug. Kolsch, you can still move. Catherine, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna point my pistol at that bug next to Devin and shoot it.
Helping Devin to his feet, you then hold out your pistol and fire.
That is a 15.
15 to hit these creatures. Bounces off its exoskeleton.
Wow.
Epo, This the one that's been chasing you just bounced off unceremoniously against this cargo container with a big thud.
Do I get advantage?
Nope.
Well. All right, I just take a shot. Hi, you all right there? You just devined yourself. I probably miss with 14.
14 is a miss.
You deserve to miss.
You want to move?
Yeah, I'll move. Am I engaged?
I'm going to say you're not engaged with this guy.
I will move around him over towards Augie.
So around the cargo container?
Around.
Yep.
Oh, around him.
And then I'll keep on dashing over and stand next to Augie.
Okay.
In front of him or?
Beside him.
Beside him. The bug follows you. It's not able to move and attack, but it can get a bit of a move off. So it's essentially, and it's charging at Augie now at this point, and it's right on top of Augie. But in its stun condition, it does not get its attack off. Augie, you've got this beast. This is the first
I
one
panic
right on top of you.
A 22.
Yeah. 1 point of damage.
1 point of damage.
God damn, you
Augie,
suck.
bug, Augie.
He's hitting every time.
I know. You shoot one little bit
What
of
I would
serrated exoskeleton off, and that's it. You can move if you want. Otherwise, Devin, you're up.
No, don't
Too
move.
terrified to move.
Don't move.
Devin, like having a existential crisis, is just going to just cast deflection again.
Devin's going to reel with imposter syndrome for the rest of this round.
Yeah.
Why do they have me here? I don't understand. Am I really about? You're going to cast deflect again. All right, you're holding out your hands, trying to deflect this damage coming at you relentlessly, and it's coming at you right now. Its attack is a 14.
That's gonna hit.
I'm rolling pretty high on these
Man.
attacks. The damage is 8.
So that'll be cut in half to 4.
4. Still standing?
Leaving me with
Oh, yeah.
3 hit points left.
Kolsch, you are up.
Can somebody kill this thing, please?
Yeah, with the roar, I'm just gonna
You got a clean line of sight.
with an 18.
Hits.
7 points of damage.
Kills it. Devin, you are finally safe.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Was that your first shot of the creature? Versus like Devin's
It was my first
25
shot, yeah.
shots at the creature.
But every time he roars like that, he snaps his weapon in two. He's got to find something else.
All right, there's one bug left, and it is next to Augie and close to Ipo. However, Catherine, you are up on the other side of the dock.
I'm gonna look at Devin and just like clap my hand on his shoulder, and then I'm gonna run the other direction toward that bug. If I can, if I can get within 50 feet, maybe. He probably has cover though.
Yeah, this is hard flooring.
Yeah, very hard. Yeah,
Really
sorry.
unclear.
I think you're right there for 30.
Okay, and I probably can't see the bug. I'm assuming.
No, you cannot.
It's creeping me out. I'll catch it out the corner of my eye, too.
Be like little bug things moving automatically.
Cool. Then I'm gonna keep running toward it till I can see it.
All right, you're racing closer and closer. Ipo,
Yeah, that's good.
you got a bug right next to you.
Augie, watch this.
My eyes do not divert from...
And a natural 20
Nice.
What?
Why'd you roll two 20s?
because I have advantage because
Because there's a
Augie
buddy
is
next to them. Nice.
Live, buddy.
All right, so your damage. You get to add an additional d6 due to Death Strike.
Oh yeah.
So what's your damage there?
So 6,
And then, no. Then roll all your dice again.
not the death.
Roll the
strike,
2 6s again.
though. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Because of the natural 20.
yeah.
6, 9.
9 is a lot more than Augie's 1. And you eviscerate this last bug with several shots. It's like one shot, you create a hole in the carapace, another shot right in there, another shot right in there, and you leave like the exterior of this creature pristine. Just the inside is all, it's like a
hollowed
boiled egg inside. It's all gooey.
I've left an outline of the bug.
And everything grows quiet, and the chaos is done. There are 1, 2, 3 civilian casualties and 1 mystic casualty who's roughly back on his feet.
No, I'm laying down in the fetal position, questioning life at the moment.
I'm gonna walk up to the closest guy And while I'm walking, I'm just going to say, hey, what were those things?
He's running out. All the maintenance people are running out.
Hey, hey. Oh. All right, you're welcome.
Well, I think it's kind of our fault.
That's sort of a double-edged sword, isn't it?
Is our shuttle okay? Are we going to be able to get the hell out of here when we need to?
You see a guy coming running from one of the doors to the north. It's a human guy. He's got some kind of like a warehouse manager type outfit on, maybe like a corduroy type shirt thing with some slacks, but the sleeves rolled up, that all-American style. He comes running out and looks around for any trouble. Is anyone hurt?
We're all fine, thank you.
One of our party members over there took a few hits. Be great if you could look at him.
There is a fatality on one of the floors.
There's three dead people.
Phantom.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a couple over here. And Augie runs to, I think he was over in the southeast corner.
Oh, they don't count, Augie.
Are there any more of the bugs?
They're all taken care of.
He gets on a little radio, says, we're going to need a medic out to the dock, but all the bugs are taken care of. I have a couple people killed, I'm afraid. How did this happen? He walks in just stunned, looking up at the closed door above you, trying to figure everything out.
That's what I would like to know. Who are these? What are these?
Who are you?
We came in on the shuttle.
Where's your pilot? Where's Hank?
Who's Hank?
Your pilot.
He was using the restroom.
We had no pilot. It's just us.
What do you mean you had no pilot? These ships require pilots. They're extremely difficult to fly, correct?
They're colored by number.
It's a union. It's a Teamster job.
There should have been more clear instructions.
Did your pilot have a last name?
Say that again?
Did your pilot have a last name?
Star?
Hank Star.
Yeah. He was trying to get in the porn industry.
Unfortunately,
Well, his race does have two penises.
the transfer station suffered some fatalities prior to our arrival, and there was nobody surviving on the transfer station when we got there.
Jesus Christ, if that persona exists in this universe. What the hell if
tried to
that
call it
exists
in.
in this universe?
We tried to call it in and nobody responded, so we wanted to come down here and check on things for ourselves.
I apologize you guys had to come down here like this. This would have been quite a journey for you. You don't look like our normal kind of people.
We aren't.
We're normal kind of people.
We workers, miners, you've got some pretty high-powered weaponry there, my friend.
We were asked to come here. We were prophets. We were members of the prophets. We were asked to come here and to look into the local law enforcement had a job for us.
Oh,
What was Alyssa doing during all of this?
I was just gonna check on
I
her.
totally forgot all about her. She could have been an asset in this
Cowering.
fight. Oh my god.
I know, I was like, I guess she's
Totally forgot.
She comes out blowing on her nails. What do you think of the color?
You hear her inside. How do I get the buckles off? Oh, I totally forgot about her. She's in the next shuttle. I don't know. Yeah. She comes out sleepily, rubbing her eyes and yawning. Wow, that's embarrassing.
Augie is hauling into the shuttle pieces of an overcharged rifle that have been burned out.
Okay.
It's just hauling them up there.
See what you can do with that.
We came here looking, we'd heard there was a distress call or the police needed extra hands. We wanted to come and see if there's anything we could help with.
A medic comes rushing out and taking a look at some of the poor deceased people.
And also Devin.
Yeah, I try to I'm edging myself closer to the
You just lay down on the floor
I don't
and
want to be
pretend to be dead.
disrespectful of the dead, but at the same time, I'm sort of
Start bleeding on
it
him
hurts.
accidentally.
help.
My spleen.
Please make the pain stop, sir.
I'm Luke Sherwood. I'm part of the mining corporation.
Star, Luke
I was gonna say
My
he's a
name's
porn
Rock
star
in this
too.
campaign.
Are we on a set?
Luke Sherwood's the foreman, is that right?
Yeah.
Mr. Sherwood, are these bugs what we were called about? How do they come in?
They don't come in. We have procedures against this, and we have weaponry set up on our perimeters. None here in the dock. We just don't have all the resources for it. But we have not had any incidents here in the dock. So, yeah, I'm sorry your man got hurt. Speaking of you, Devin, you are patched up a little bit and are healed 2 hit points worth of damage.
The blood slows a little bit.
Thank you.
And Luke says, well, let me know. I've heard of you prophets before. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Where can we find the local law enforcement?
They're on Sector 2. There's a main plaza area there. You can't help but find them.
I'm going to try and take a short rest while this talking is going on.
Okay.
What do you have here at this dock? Just mostly storage?
I don't know. I don't deal with the dock myself. I just heard there was some trouble and I was not too far away.
What are you in charge of?
I'm in charge of a lot of the operations with the mining that we do here.
Where are you, if we need to find you later, where can we find you?
Here. And he gives you a little plastic card. He said, you can call me there. Just take it easy with these guys. You don't want to get on their bad side. And he motions towards 2 strange alien-looking people that are coming in with big smiles on their faces, seeing all of this carnage.
What do they look like?
The alien people are tall, maybe 7 feet tall. They have long, graceful arms. They also have long skirts made of segmented cloth-like material, like strips that hang off of their hips. They have 2 tails that kind of stick out through those segments, and they tend to wear long, tall, flanged hats that look very garish in nature. And they have this big smile on their face as they're talking to each other, and one of them motions towards your group, and the other one comes over with kind of some quick little footsteps as he walks by. He says, hello! What exactly is the meaning of all this? Who exactly are you?
Who are you?
I'm Cromish of the Crocini. It is good to see you, and I must know your business.
Why?
It is my business.
Cromish, it is good to meet you. I am Catherine Leary, and we are here of the prophets.
You should all mind your manners as well as her. Look at her smile.
And I smile bigger but confused.
He smiles even bigger towards you.
We had heard that the police were requesting more help, and we wanted to see what we could do to participate, or what your needs were, or if there's any more of these bugs here that we could help take care of.
So you are not miners then?
Unfortunately, no. What is it that you mine?
That is good. I mine nothing. But I do keep my eye on miners, and it is good. I do not have to directly keep my eye on you. But clearly, with the lack of excitement that I see in some of your associates, you will need to have an ethics monitor assigned to you. He motions over,
I think we're good.
The other one starts coming over with little legs. The other little alien guy. They're 7 foot tall. Little steps.
I look at everybody, and I smile really big and meaningfully at them. And then I look back at Cromish. We're just coming out of a fight from these bugs, and we're a little startled, so...
Happiness is the cure to all things that ail you.
Boy, don't I agree. And I look back at the team.
Just straight faces across the board.
Epo smiles the
That little
best
smile,
that a Pokey can smile.
Coach
And-
gives a weird toothy grin.
Puts his hand
Part
out.
smile, part snarl.
Yeah.
Puts his hand out towards the other the other person coming and says, my name is Ipomeni Vathis. Hello, Mr. Costini. Good to meet you.
The other one that arrives sounds just like the previous one and has the same smile. I am Kajul. I will be your ethics officer while you are here. The first one says, because I have to clarify, because they sound the exact same. The budget on voice was cut this episode. Says, you will abide by our rules, that you will be respectful within our community, and you will show happiness and tolerance and trust for those around you, or you will be given demerits.
What are your roles? What are your titles here?
I am Cromish of the Crescini.
And what is your job?
My job is to be a caretaker of this town of Salore.
For whom?
For the Crescini. Don't you think it's quite beneficial that I do that? Don't you?
Yes.
You don't seem particularly pleased. His friend next to him, Kajul, then holds up a little device, a little metal device in his hand and points it at you. And the device goes, "Mama."
This is not good.
You have been given 1 demerit.
Thank you for telling me. I did not feel it.
Augie rushes up. I want a demerit. And just looks at him and kind of sniffs almost to the device, like leaning his nose up. And
all right. Unfortunately, you said that with a smile, so you don't get one.
Damn.
If you receive 3 demerits, you will be removed from this planet immediately. Isn't that wonderful?
How are you going to remove us?
That is what we do.
How?
He's just very curious about your culture and your customs, so he just wants to know what it is that usually
I will go
here.
now, says
Okay.
Cromish, and he turns and skittles away, leaving Kajul still there, who has the device in his hand, who puts it down and just stares at you all with a big smile.
As he puts it down, Augie gets a little bit closer to see if he can get an idea of what this device is.
It goes inside his pocket and you cannot see.
Is Luke Sherwood still there?
Luke Sherwood is, yes, he's looking at some crates and talking with some more personnel that are now coming back in.
Standing there looking strong.
Kolsha's gonna walk over
Hard.
to him and Luke Sherwood, what's the deal with these weirdos?
Oh, hey man, they kind of half run the town around here. You gotta kind of play ball or you're getting a bit of a trouble.
They said they would remove us from the planet.
Oh yeah, they're not joking.
How are they gonna do that?
That's part of what they are legally allowed to do. You're literally gone.
Just disappear?
Oh yeah, it happens at least once every other week or so. People don't take it seriously.
How many of these weirdos are there?
There's dozens, 30, 40, 50. I'm not exactly sure. No. You don't want to say that. You want to have a smiling face when you're in public or around these guys. As long as they don't assign you an ethics officer, you're fine.
Why do they give a shit if we're happy?
That's their deal. They're big followers of this thing called the Source, and they think that you've got to be respected and be respectful, and that happiness is the key to it. And I'm not sure on all of it. Now, if you were part of my mining team, I'd have an HR presentation I'd provide to you showing how to be happy in unusual times, but you're not, so I'm just giving you the best I can.
Is it normal for one of these guys to be assigned to our group?
Yeah, that's not unusual. I've seen it a couple times, and since you guys are neither miners and you're not a Crescini, I'm sure they might assign someone to you. See if you can get out from that if they try and do it.
What if he just disappears from the planet?
The Crescini never don't smile. They don't get taken away.
What if he disappears a different way than they do it?
You're a prophet.
Yeah?
He makes an insight roll. He says, yeah, I guess you're just joking then, huh?
Yep, all jokes over here.
All right, well, I got work to do, buddy.
Walk away.
Kashul, we are honored to have you in our presence. We just want to go speak to the police in the area, and we will be on our way.
I will follow you. Pretend I'm not even here.
Absolutely. But I would love to learn more about your culture, and I'm going to start walking toward Sector 2 and just try to engage them as much as possible.
All right, you fail. He is not responding in any way. He is watching you guys as you stop and say, hey, do you need some help over there? He just kind of brings his head into the middle of the conversation and looks at everyone, then brings his head back out of the conversation and just watching everyone with this big grin on his face.
Where's his little data pad or whatever that gives out demerit?
It's in his pocket.
It's right here.
Okay.
All right.
Team, I think it's time that we go check out Sector 2.
Was I able to get a short rest in?
Yes.
Okay.
Me too.
Epo as well. Yes.
So how many hit dice do I have? Is it 1 per
2.
level? So 2 total. So I've already used 1, I think. Yeah. I heal 8 hit points.
Huge.
That's amazing.
13 total.
I healed 10 hit points.
Didn't you need like 3?
I got 11 damage in that last battle, so
So here's something weird.
thanks for keeping
Attention to
track.
you at all.
I gained 3 Esper back with my Esper recovery.
Your psionic points there?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But, each of my spells cost 2.
Yeah, it's just how it is.
Where's the Pomini at for health?
I have one.
Okay,
I have
that's-
one wound.
All right.
One
that's
down.
what I thought.
As do I.
Yeah.
You guys walk out of the dock. There's some little shops and stores, very limited as you head towards the exit of this dock. There's like a cheap little bar. There's like a car rental place, and then there's the main driveway. Imagine like where a Skycap would be at an airport, but there's no one there. And you
What kind of cars are there?
You can go in and rent one if you want.
Just curious. Is there one that only seats 6?
Your inspiration is short term, right?
Yeah.
Kolsch goes in and starts shopping for a rental car. The rest of you are outside, and
Why 6?
Because of
We have
Alyssa.
Oh,
we
Alyssa,
can leave
okay.
that asshole
All
behind.
right. Well,
No, I wasn't that because Sector 2 is it pretty close, or we have like a
you have no idea.
okay.
No clue. And as soon as you step outside, you realize how clueless you are. Because as soon as you step outside, you see not weird, but very generic manufactured prefab module housing and buildings and mini apartment areas. That's all colony, quick setup town. It's a town of a couple hundred people, maybe 150, 200 people by your guess. You can see this big yellow dome over you. But between you and that dome and all these different buildings of different sizes, there's a bunch that are single stories, 2 stories, and there's some mini skyscrapers, but they're still prefabricated. They're like 5 stories tall, cheapish metal. But between you and all of this are these strange things you've never seen before. And they are large, yellow, flat, amoeba-ish looking things. Imagine like a blood cell that's 8 feet in length, that's yellow, kind of clear in the middle, maybe some little sparkly stuff in between. And it's just floating, completely negative buoyancy right in the middle. And it's not going up or down.
Between us and the dome?
There are thousands of those as far as you can see. The air consists of these things. So as soon as you walk out, Catherine, you turn around and say, "Hey, where's Kolos? Oh, it looks like he's getting a car." And your head bounces into one of these things, and it slowly starts to float away from you. And it bounces into another, and they slowly start to. And you look around, and these are everywhere. And there's small little currents of air that move here and there, as happens in a town. You can just see these things slowly moving over here. Others are dropping over here. You see a bunch on the ground that are more fast moving. And it is just a bizarre scene of these yellow, flattish bubbles just slowly moving around.
As one hits me, I look confused, but keep smiling. And then I just lift my hand out and try to let one land on it.
Yeah, you have to move and get in the way, and one slowly does come and land on your hand, and there's some weight to it, and it just starts to bob a little bit, and if you push up enough, it just slowly flies away.
Can I smell it first?
You can. It has a Chinese manufactured rubber smell to it a bit.
I don't lick it, and I let it go into the air.
All right. And again, these are everywhere.
You probably didn't have to clarify that, but
It was definitely the next thing I was going to do.
Kolsch, you can rent a vehicle for 6 people if you want.
Oh, well, I want to talk to. Is there people like? Is there somebody running this?
Sure.
Who's there?
It's a guy. It says, "Hi, my name is Flurbish."
Flurbish.
Lance Hardbody.
I'm Kolsch Six Fingers. It's good to meet you.
He shakes you with 3 appendages of your choice.
Okay.
That one, and that one, and that one.
Just got to your lovely city here, and I'm not sure if I need a car or not, but how well do you know this place?
Well enough.
Where are we now as far as the sectors go?
You're Sector 1.
How far is Sector 2?
Maybe a
1 sector away.
maybe a 10-20 minute walk.
Very good, very good. How do you rent a lot of cars here? Is there a need for it?
No, not really.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We have the one.
Do you have a car that only seats 6 people?
Yeah, I've got a truck you can take.
But it can only fit 6 people, right?
More than less.
You could fit some more if you really wanted.
But just 6? If you will you just agree to 6? Can we put that in the contract?
It always accounts for 1 ethics officer.
How much would it be to rent?
we're still going to get disappeared.
How much would it be to rent a vehicle for the day?
I don't do it by the day. I do it by the week.
Oh, how much for the week?
20 credits.
Okay, let's rent a truck here for
All right.
6 people.
All right. Oh, and you've qualified to upsize to a larger truck. If
No, thank you.
Just the truck. All right.
Would you like to be part of our president's club?
Do you want insurance for this truck?
How much is insurance?
He looks you over at your high-powered rifle. That'll be 20 credits.
Probably better.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Just sign here. Sign here.
Would you like to pre-fill?
We're already on the land for 1 vehicle.
All right. A pleasure doing business with you. He looks at the contract. Mr. Stilton.
My credit history must suck.
He hands you the key card to access the vehicle.
Very good.
How do I have a 20?
Kolsch, as you come out, you got your key card. You see your friends to the left, and Catherine's playing some weird giant volleyball yellow game. You're not sure what's going on. You see to your right, maintenance personnel. The corpse has been removed. There's been some semblance of safety reinstilled in the dock. They are using a machine to detach your cargo pod, the empty cargo pod that was attached to the outside of your shuttle. And
I thought we left that cargo pod.
Nope.
No,
Oh.
I grabbed it.
Nope. And you join your friends outside.
Can I go? Did you see there was somebody that was doing that?
You can't see that. Nope.
Oh.
You're dealing with the boss.
I secured us a vehicle. It only fits 6 though, so I'm happy to meet you, but Cajole will have to part ways now.
He says, "That's not possible.
It is. There's only room for 6.
Then one of you will have to remain behind. I will stay with the larger majority. That is my function."
Cajole, we are with the
Why is everyone looking at me?
No, I wasn't. I was frustrated.
We operate as a team.
We could confuse them and split up into 3s.
My
Kolsch
God,
counts as 2.
that's
I don't know how you
genius,
get away from
actually.
that.
Well, Cajole, then, if you're gonna come with us, I'm gonna have to sit on your lap.
Are you saying that with a smile?
Yeah, oh yeah. Big
Okay.
shit-eating grin.
All right. He says, "Very well."
Nice. I hand the keys to Ipo,
All right.
or the car, whatever the hell it is.
You
Yep.
guys walk across the street and then walk towards a parking lot that has very few cars in it. You have to push aside a couple of these strange giant yellow blood cell type things, and one push just sends them on their merry way. And you're able to find your vehicle, and it is this rugged looking crappy generic truck that you've seen thousands of in backwater colonies, and it's there. And
Covered in amoeba.
And you all climb in, and Kolsch, you climb in last in the passenger seat on top of
Oh yeah.
Kajul, your...
And I just plop down.
All right.
Gentle about it.
This is wonderful, he says, grimacing.
It sure is.
The door is closed, and everyone's inside.
Everyone, buckle your seatbelts, please.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Getting after it.
No one hesitates.
Yep.
Where are you off to?
Sector 2.
Yeah.
Why are we off to Sector 2, by the way?
That's where the law
where the-
enforcement.
Oh, okay.
That's where Luke.
I was
Sherwood-
resting at the time, so I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
You guys take off as you go down this road.
Don't drive too fast. You'll hit these amoebas.
You're hitting these amoebas. You're bouncing into them. You have to go somewhat slowish to make sure you can see where the road is and any oncoming traffic. There are some larger, they're not highways, but more used roads, and they actually have large fans that are set at weird angles that blow these things up and away.
Are there any smushed amoebas underneath, like, anywhere?
No, you don't see any.
They're pretty sturdy, though. It's like we're hitting them. They're not.
Oh,
like,
yeah, it's just
bursting or
like a
anything.
big balloon bounce. Bong.
Kajul, what are these things?
I am not allowed to speak to you about this. I am just a Jabakik on the wall. Treat me like I'm not here.
My tail tickles him in the face and kind of goes in his mouth a little.
That is delightful.
Oh, you're gonna have too much fun with this.
And you're driving, and again, these fans are blowing the yellow stuff away. You have some bit of clarity. You're able to go a little bit faster, and you start looking around for Sector 2, which probably kills Kajul more than anything. He's like, oh, you're about to drive right faster, and I can't say anything.
Looking up, we could see past the amoebas. Can we see the any of the bugs that were present from before?
You can look up. You can see the dome through a bunch of these different yellowish pod things. You cannot see individual bugs, but you can just see this mass of black that just moves around in parts and re-solidifies in parts.
Does it seem to have a pattern or a movement or a direction?
Does not to any of that. It seems chaotic and a lot of them.
Okay.
This does not seem safe to me.
Hey,
If you-
Epo, can you hit some bumps?
I just really like those bumps.
I look for some.
You look for some bumps. You hit a couple bumps. You ride up on the curb accidentally a couple times, and
I'm sorry.
oh!
Must keep smiling on my face.
You see there's some other just generic commercial locations along the way that supports this operation. This has a very basic colony type feel. This is not a city. This is not a well-respected town. It hasn't been here for thousands of years. This is a good old shake and bake colony. You pass by support type places like the High Dome Hotel, some bar looking place called Magnitude, another place called Triton's Gullet. So all these different strange random little places. But you do find a sector list. Sector 3 this way, Sector 4 that way. And you see Sector 2 and you head towards there.
Hold, please.
Yes, please. It rang a bell with me too.
Oh,
but I don't know why.
Trident's Gullet is what I believe the uniform the guy was wearing who was dead on
Yeah,
the
cat
transfer
guy.
station. Yes.
Was it uniform or was it written above?
Crass Holding was written over it.
Oh,
It says Trident's gullet on his suit.
Yeah.
Crass
So
Holding is
for
the sign on the
Marshk
Yep.
was the guy's name.
gotcha.
So I don't know if we want to, take immediate action about that.
Not
Just
immediate, but definitely follow up.
Noted.
The truck comes to a screeching halt. Boom, 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 boom. A bunch of these yellow things go bouncing around. And you are outside the police station. It says Salore Dome Police next to it. There is a single car outside. Everything, again, is very quiet. You only saw 2 other cars driving this entire time you've been out and about. You see no people out and about, really.
All right. We all hop out, except for Kajul. I walk him in the car.
No. Kajul follows with his little footsteps, and you all enter the police station. There's a little buzzer sound that goes when you open the door, and inside is a crappy looking basic police station. You've seen many variations of this before in your travels. You know where the holding cells are over there, and you can't even see them. You know where the 2 offices are, you can't even see them. You've seen this prefab place before.
There's no receptionist or anything?
There is no receptionist. There is a little electronic buzzer, though, next to that counter area, or there's just a side door you can go right through. There's also bathrooms here if you need them, so everything you need.
Ipo looks at Kajul and says, "This police station is so basic. The ones on Nova are extra."
Are you saying that with a smile?
Yes.
Okay.
As much of a smile as Ipo can make.
All right.
It's more like a bite.
All right, I'm gonna press the buzzer.
Yeah.
All right. You hear some door close. You hear some footsteps, and you hear a slightly youngish human voice say, "Hey, is someone there? Someone out there?"
Nope.
What?
Ha! Jokes.
Casual nods approvingly. This one gets
Take it away.
I will remove your demerit.
Ipo goes on to have a great career in comedy.
A young human guy, maybe 25 years old, wearing a police outfit that says Salore Police on it, comes out and says, "Oh, hey, what's going on? How can I help?"
You called.
Hello, we are the Prophets. We're here because we heard there's a problem in your town,
We are here.
and we wanted to see what's going on.
Your prophets? Like the prophets?
The prophets, yes.
All 6.
The only prophets.
Why do we keep getting that reaction?
All right. So, first of all, you know very well than anyone else, this is a non-demerit zone, so you can get your ass outside, he says to Kajul. Kajul turns around and walks outside.
Oh,
the
Kolch just gets so happy. And,
Oh, God.
See, like 5 or 6 smiles just fade
Yeah.
instantly.
Sir, that's the best thing I've seen all day.
Outside the door is kind of glassish, and Kajul's just outside watching you carefully, but he can't do anything.
What's your name, young man?
My name's Talon.
Are you?
Talon, thank you so much for putting him outside. That's been very difficult.
Yeah, come on in back.
Can we not get demerits for anything we do here?
Yeah, that's not a possibility. Have you gotten any yet?
One of us has.
Yeah, watch out for that. They take that seriously.
Well, like, if we do anything right now to him while we're here, can he like retroactively give us demerits?
Don't do whatever you're thinking. Don't do it. Don't mess with them. That's one of the biggest headaches I have to deal with around here. I got a demerit and I shouldn't have, and it's not my responsibility.
So what do they do with people that get too many demerits?
Well, they're gone. They're taken off planet.
By who? How are they taken off planet?
Instantly. They got some sort of device. You're instantly gone.
Where do
Come in, sit down.
Where do they go? Where do they go?
Here, relax. Cole continues to assault him with questions. Yeah, grab a chair over there and a chair over there.
Talon, we heard that there might be some problems here and you're looking for some support. Just wanted to know if the problems are pretty vast. Is it these bugs that we're seeing? Is it these weird yellow floating things? Or is it these Brasini that are proving difficult?
He says to the diplomat of your group, Catherine, "Well, I'm Jim.
I think so, Talon.
And
Jim Talon?
it's fantastic having you guys here. I cannot believe Prophets. I sent out some help for anyone who wants to take out some police work and no one bit. And then I sent out a contract for any mercenaries who want to do some guard work. And I only got one bite, and that guy was terrible. And then you guys show up. Woo!
What needs guarding?
The whole town.
Are you in charge around here?
Well, a couple months ago, my partner got caught up in a brawl and died. It was really unfortunate. And things weren't looking so great. We were kind of looking for some help. And we started putting out the word. Things just got a lot worse a week ago. Wish you'd been here a week ago. The chief disappeared.
Did he get too many demerits?
That's not the chief's style, at least not in public. And he didn't have any as far as I know. And if so, he could have at least called in from the transfer station.
So you get sent to a transfer station?
Yeah, there's a transfer station in orbit. You had to have gone through that, right?
We did, yeah. It was troubling. When's the last time you had contact with anybody there?
I don't contact the station.
Who does?
There's some ops people that do.
Because it was dead. It was...
Literally.
There was a body. There's a body up there.
A body?
It was completely abandoned and in rough shape.
And no atmosphere.
What do you mean? No oxygen?
No oxygen.
It also was not very
It's
attractive.
not habitable.
No gravity.
It was apparently attacked in some way.
No
was
HBO, no stars, no showtime.
Well, then everything I said about not getting any demerits, doubly now. If you're going to piss them off, put an oxygen mask on before you go up. Holy cow!
That must be what happened to Maersk.
I gotta let the Cressini know about that.
You're probably right.
Death by demerit.
Who are you gonna let know who's in charge of these crustinis?
It's Cressini.
Like I said,
That's what you think.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
It's a guy who runs their order, Chromish.
How did they become in charge of this? Do they own what's coming from the mines?
No, not at all. They're not big on the mines at all. This place used to be important to them, something like that, and Routless Mining got some rights to come in and do some mining operations, and they've there used to be a lot more of them around these days. And
is this their home planet?
No.
What are the bugs outside?
It's something you just get used to after a while. Your first week, you'll be up at night thinking about it, but after that, you kind of just becomes like weather.
Why are they trying to get in?
No one knows.
And what are the floating balloons?
Floating balloons. Oh, the glow out there. Yeah,
Glow?
that's the.
Gorgeous ladies of wrestling?
Glow.
It's the effect. I don't know what you call it. When they mine.
Is it safe?
The things floating outside are a byproduct of the mining.
Byproducts. Yeah.
What are they mining?
Char 3.
Are those things living creatures or
The bugs?
the glow?
No. It's like a gas that becomes solidified, kind of, or something like that. I can't remember what they told me at orientation. All I remember is just smile, smile, smile.
So are you the only officer left here now?
Yeah. I mean, we had 3 for a town this size with some rambunctious miners. It could be more than a handful.
So
and
is that,
now I'm just down to 1.
is that what you need help with? Beating some heads?
Yeah.
Point me the way.
I don't have anyone in mind. I need support.
Oh.
I need, if a call comes in that there's some ruckus down at the bar, I need someone to go down and clear it up. I need someone to find out what happened to the chief. I need to make sure that miners aren't causing trouble for the Cressini and vice versa. Although I don't know how to spell that.
Where was the chief last seen?
I don't know. I last saw him
Frowning duck.
here at work, and then he went home.
Where is the chief's residence? We will need access to that.
Oh yeah, I can get that for you.
Jim, are you familiar with the planet Fashawn?
No.
Oh.
Hey, Jimmy, any chance we could, maybe let Kajul visit jail cell for a while?
No, that would not be a good idea.
I'd put him in there with the smile.
You don't understand. it's a very delicate balancing act between the Cressini and the rest of us, and we want to make sure that we don't piss them off.
Ooh.
How long do they have to stay with us before they will get bored and move along?
You mean having an ethics officer?
Yes.
That's up to them. If you are shining examples of, let me see if I remember, respect and happiness or whatever they say, maybe a couple days, maybe a couple weeks.
As potentially official officers of the law here, would we be exempt from receiving demerits and such in the line of our duties?
Well, but you're not officers of the law.
Yeah, but you could deputize us.
Can I?
Yeah,
You are
you're in charge.
You are the highest ranking legal officer here, are you not? That gives you powers of deputization for certain.
Kolsch, you can make a persuasion roll, and with Devin's help, you get advantage with it.
Don't Devin it.
Yeah.
11.
11.
No.
I'd have to look that up, and I don't know about that.
Let's go look it up.
It's a fine idea.
I got other things to
What do you gotta do? We can help.
Yeah, you can absolutely help.
So while you look that up, what can we do for you?
I could use someone stand guard at airport duty, probably like a 12-hour shift. We apparently had an incident not too long ago.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that.
Is Officer Jim wearing a hat or anything?
He has a rather little peppy little beret, yes.
Yeah.
A peppy beret.
Epo takes his beret, puts it on. Everyone take your right hand and repeat after me.
You take his beret?
Yeah.
What are you doing? He takes it back.
I take it back and I hold it on my head.
Epo, let's not,
Dude, what are you doing?
He's been pretty good to us so far.
As prophets I hereby.
He was just attacked by some bugs. He's probably not feeling too great right now. Little punch drunk.
Maybe I'm just drunk without the punch.
Hand me my beret back.
Say please.
He stands up from his chair and
Kolsch takes the beret and hands it to Jimmy.
He takes it back and adjusts it just right on his head.
You're looking good.
Slightly less peppy.
Jimmy, thank you for being so kind to us and making sure we had a few minutes without the Cressini breathing down our backs. I think the best thing we can do for you is potentially find out what happened to your chief. Maybe get him back.
Okay. Oh, or you could do the shift down at the dock.
We'll take care of that too.
There's some stores that sell liquor. Someone could do a patrol route. That's probably a good 10.
We'll take care of that too. We'll split up
shift.
when we leave. We'll take care of what other shifts do you need covered?
I'll get you a list.
Okay.
Great, and at the same time, let us know where the chief lives so that we can try to track that down.
Yeah, I got that.
And figure out where we land on that deputization.
Yeah, okay.
You are very inept at your job, Jimmy.
Do we get benefits?
Catherine actually sits and thinks about, would this be a better life? Should I just stay here and be a policewoman?
So Jimmy, just to be clear, can you get demerits?
Can I? Yeah.
Oh, so us being deputies wouldn't stop us from getting demerits? Or would we just be able to shove this guy along and he'll stop following us?
No, you're allowed. It happened to the chief once, but he got it overridden when he was in the line of duty at that very moment. So if you're breaking up a fight or something and you're yelling at someone and screaming at them, they might be a little lenient.
Okay.
Jimmy, I believe it would be wise to have mobile police stations that are non-demerit zones.
I believe it'd be wise if you kept your mouth to yourself.
I am a prophet. I am here to advise and provide support.
And yet, so far, you've been an ass.
I am a prophet.
He's not wrong, Epo.
I am just doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, you just keep in mind that I'm I'm the law
You
here.
don't sound confident, Jimmy.
Okay, do you have that list of where you need?
I was working on it, but then I get distracted with the whole beret thing.
Sorry. Please go ahead, get us that list, and we'll take care of it.
All
You
right.
stay here and do what you need to do.
He
Figure
walks
that
away,
deputization thing, please.
turns his Game Boy off at his desk, and starts to get to work.
Flips on his dot matrix printer in the corner. Goes to town.
Junior Officer Jim Talon returns from his desk area. He still has not taken the chief's office. He wants the chief found, and just has not that mantle of authority as he really needs to. But he comes back with some assignments on little disposable data pad type things that he hands out. They're different patrol routes at different sectors that are to be done on foot. He says, I know these are literally a lot of footwork, except for whoever's going to do the dock. You can just hang out there. There's a maintenance bay that you can kind of watch the air through window. That one's kind of the cushy one, if anyone wants that. And if anyone wants it, I do have a patrol car available.
Epo's ears perk.
And about all this depends.
Augie is our requisitions officer. He will sign for that patrol car.
No more requisition.
How many different assignments? And what are they?
5. One for 6. He hands one to Alyssa.
Do we know what they are? He just hands them to us. We don't get to
Bunch of random things. You
Okay.
can.
I don't believe it's safe for Alyssa to go by herself.
Oh, none of us are going by ourselves.
Oh,
Exactly.
Alyssa speaks up. As my arrival has happened and I'm safe and I'm here at the station, shouldn't I be getting some sort of passage out of here? Wouldn't the dock be a much better place for me?
Actually, I think that we're here now. We're probably going to stay for the next month or two. Right, Jimmy?
You're going to what?
Seems like a good place for you. I don't, I wink at her.
Officer Talon, I've suffered some trauma in my arrival here against my will. It appears as though someone had taken me. The prophets were kind enough to guide me down here, and I request an equivalent of asylum here in your police station.
I don't think she got your little wink and nod thing.
That seems right. Alyssa, we promised to help you. Just feel free to come along. We will make sure to do such a thing.
I don't think me going around police patrols is the best thing for me. I don't want to tell you your job, but that's
Well,
not...
that's what you were doing.
I mean, I have to agree with Ipo on this. You should come with us for now. It is not going to be as you believe it is. Just come with us.
As official officer of the town of Salore, I have decided, because I'm the decider, that
Now you're stepping into those big boy pants, aren't you, young Jimmy?
the big shoes flop out from underneath his feet that says chief on them. That this nice lady can stay here or at the hotel, and I can make arrangements for you to stay there. Although I can't afford a ship to come just to get you, but I can see if anyone can help take you at the next arrival.
It really seems best that nobody knows she's here. There were some problems. If you could be so brave as to make sure she was safe here, we would feel good about that. But we don't want her out of somebody's sight.
He
who can help
takes your
protect
data
her.
pad, Catherine, and gives you a different one with a hotel starred on it. All right, you just got your first assignment, lady.
Sounds great. Alyssa, come along.
Are you making arrangements for all of us to stay at
Alyssa
the
looks
hotel?
confused, like she's been defeated somehow by this process.
Young Jimmy, are you making arrangements for all of us to stay at the hotel?
That's Junior Officer Talon. Not until I figure out what I can do legally. You guys can do this work as security.
Can you do all assignments legally?
What?
Can you dole out assignments?
Yeah, I just said that. I was trying to say that before you interrupted me, ass. Now listen up. I'm giving the assignments as your temporary security officers under hire. I've got to look and see.
Oh, we're not under hire.
I hadn't finished. You freaky-eared goblin. Now listen.
Jimmy, let's not.
There are going to be
We're-
demerits very soon.
We'll happily listen to these assignments, and we will do what's necessary to help. Go ahead.
Yeah. So as I was saying, I've got. I can give you where a hotel is, but I can't pay for anything until I can figure out whether or not you can be deputies, and then there's a little more leeway. Got it?
Wonderful. Thank you. We're
All
going
right.
to take these pads, and we're going to get going.
All right, and then if you want to reach the police station, call direct to me. I'm on channel 1.
Okay, thank you,
Ebo
officer.
turns his comm to
Taylor.
channel 2.
Smooth jazz comes out. All right.
You guys head outside.
Did he tell us where the chief's house was?
Yes, he gave you directions to the chief's place.
Is Alyssa coming with us?
She's coming with Catherine to the hotel, is her expectation.
And the other 4 of us are escorting them to the hotel.
On the way to the hotel, Alyssa, we're going to stop by the chief's place to see what happened to him. Come along.
Make a persuasion roll. She's been a big fan of yours for a while. We'll see if this continues. It doesn't seem promising by your look.
Not the word.
16.
Oh, okay. She's like, very well. You leave, and everyone throws on a big smile as soon as you walk through the doors. Ippo holding it to the last second, the snarl at Kajul until you pass through the doorway.
So, Kajul, we were just deputized. We're led to believe that we don't need an escort anymore.
That's unfortunately not true. For you or me, we will have to continue this wonderful relationship.
It's been such a great relationship. We're really glad you're with us. You should come along with us. We're going to go make sure that things seem safe around here.
Pretend I'm not here.
Done.
He follows you step by step as you get into your
Does that
vehicle.
include using you as a human shield when we get into our next skirmish?
He doesn't respond. You guys also been given a key card to a patrol vehicle.
What? Okay. No, never mind.
Ifo gets
What's the story with the patrol vehicle?
You look around, you see there are 2. You get the card over to one of them, and it opens up, and it is an electric police car that seems pretty sporty. Not the newest thing.
Is there a trunk?
There is a trunk.
Can I open it?
Yes.
Yeah, what's in there?
There is emergency supply type stuff. Blankets, flashlights, barricades, police tape.
No shotgun or
No shotgun.
grenade.
No.
I'll take some of
Nothing says riot control like a
Police
grenade.
grenade.
What are you guys doing?
How big is the patrol car?
Normal. Two seats up front, 2 seats in the back.
3 if you squish. And
Grill
2
type thing.
and 2 seats in the trunk.
that. We also need to make it to Storage Bay 3.
Absolutely.
So my suggested, and I would suggest our course of action to be investigate the chief's thing, and then if
See what happens.
see what happens, and then if nothing real fruitful comes up, follow up on Storage Bay 3.
Absolutely.
We can't lose, like,
Yeah.
like Alyssa seems to be kind of important to us.
Yes.
Yeah, we seem to be forgetting her a lot.
Yeah.
This session.
Not just us.
The world.
Yeah, let's head to, how far away is the, I assume we take just the one car, the one truck that we rented.
The rental truck? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone piles into that unnecessarily, and off you go,
Yeah,
bouncing into giant yellow balloon-like things.
I'm still sitting on Kajul.
This time Ippo does not, like, since learning that these things are not sentient or alive or anything, he's not.
You're like trying to score points at this point?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Smash, smash!
I want to take one and I want to throw it at the ground. What happens?
It's too big to get your arms around.
Could I
8 feet long.
could I
And they're
pierce
several feet
one
wide.
with a knife?
Okay.
What happens?
Everyone gets in except Kolshu gets back out walks over to one, pulls it close.
What are you doing?
Draws a knife and you stab one.
I just want to see what happens. Yeah.
All right. You stab it, pull your knife out, and nothing happens. There's a little slit now in this weird blood cell looking thing.
I want to carve a K in it then.
Okay.
And then I'll get back in the truck and sit on Kajul.
Kajul says,
Kay was here.
Yeah.
Kajul says, was that respectful to the glow?
Of course. I put your name on it. It was respectful of you. That's a K, see?
He's confused in many ways by that. The vehicle started and off you go towards the chief's place?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You drive. Boom, 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 boom. You drive for a while and you run into a little bit of traffic. You also see as you're driving a slightly unusual park type area that has no grass. It's just asphalt and
Their birthday party.
no, thank goodness. There's like a play structure that no one's at. And next to it are 3 spheres that are different shapes. They're stone and they're statues that are connected to the ground. And you see about a half a dozen of those Cressini alien folks are gathered around them in a circle and are doing some strange chanting type thing as you guys are just zipping
Does
around.
Devin recognize any of the chanting or the ceremony or anything like that?
You may make a lore roll with advantage.
Hippo asks Crostini, what are your friends doing there?
He doesn't respond.
A 9.
A 9.
I don't think that's very happy of you to not talk to me.
You're not sure, Devin, but you think it has something to do with the source, which is your source of power.
Right.
Allegedly.
So,
Maybe you're just not happy enough. That's the problem,
Path
Devin.
is painful.
what sector is the chief's house in?
3.
Oh, okay.
So we have to go through 2 to get to 3?
That's
Are they
You guys are in 2.
laid out linearly? I thought we were in 1.
Nope. Doc was in 1. Police station was 2. Chief's in 3.
Okay.
I'm glad I wasn't the only person not paying attention.
All right. You guys pull up to the chief's place. It is a generic prefabbed small home that could fit a young couple. It's nothing great. Generic metal. It's got plastic-ish windows with scrapes on them that you can kind of just barely see through. Lights are off. There's a little bit of traffic of people walking by. No one seems to pay you any attention. And the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these 7 of you spill out of this truck.
Who's I feel like I would know this without having to verbalize it. Who's the best at like breaking into some place if we need to?
Looks like Ipo raised his hand.
I give Ipo a little wink and I say we should go around back maybe.
Weren't we given access to the place?
And you were given the address.
Oh.
Yeah.
We go around back and...
No, not we. No, my little wink was a little like, maybe you stay behind and the rest of us, 'cause
okay.
the
Yeah.
asshole's gonna follow the majority
Okay.
of us.
So as the rest go around back, Ipo pulls out his infiltration tools.
Okay. You walk over to the door and you start trying to hack through the door lock.
So what do I add?
Add your proficiency and dexterity.
Let's see. That's a 17.
Really?
No, that's a 15.
15 is nice. You are able to get the door lock to turn green and the door opens up for you.
I walk in
Okay.
and walk through the house to the back door,
Okay.
open it up, and say, "Come in."
You guys are in the
Oh,
back.
the front door was unlocked. That's handy.
Yes, it was very handy.
The etiquette officer there is kind of watching you closely, Ipo, trying to figure out what just happened, but doesn't say anything.
I turn my head upside down and frown at him.
And the whole group piles inside. This doesn't seem anywhere related to the hospital, Catherine.
Well, of course, we...
Hospital?
Hospital?
Hotel?
Hotel, sorry. Hotel.
I was about to lie, and then I was like, wait.
I don't even know what I'm lying about.
Catch me in my lie before I say it.
Sir, Cajul, Senior Officer Talon told us this was on the way to the hotel, so we figured we'd stop here first.
It was Allison who was talking.
Alyssa.
Oh.
Damn it, man, I'm all over it.
Alyssa.
What's going on?
We understand. We just wanted to make sure that everything is fine here. It's most important that you always have people here to watch you, and we do best that as a group. We want to get you out of here as soon as possible, but we also want to make sure that we know as much about what happens to you.
That does not seem to be the case.
As possible. I understand your reticence, but do you feel safer in a hotel room by yourself or with us?
I would be safer leaving this planet and not getting closer to it.
That's fair.
How do you know, Alyssa?
Because I was kidnapped and brought here.
But do you remember by whom?
What does that have to do with it?
Do you remember why?
Why would I...
Do you remember where from?
She throws up her hands and walks out the back door.
That was very helpful.
I follow her.
Okay.
And I assume that the whatever his name is, Kashiel?
Kajul is still inside with the rest of the group.
Great. I'm going to go up to her and just say, like, hey, I understand this is frustrating. We have an unknown entity here with this alien force. We want to find out what happened so that you are safe once we get off of this planet, but we cannot find that out with this alien here. You're going to need to trust us for a couple more days. We've so far made sure nothing happened to you. For example, while we were being attacked by bugs, you were totally fine.
Chill it out.
So if you could just trust us for a couple more days while we figure out how to keep you safe in this alien world with an alien culture we don't understand.
Make a persuasion roll.
Oh god, I'm gonna do this every 10 minutes, aren't I? That's like a 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
She says, I trust you, Catherine, for now.
Till you fail that roll.
In another 10 minutes.
The rest of you are inside.
As we continue to fumble around with her mission.
Augie's trying to search out possibly a journal, something which he might have kept notes. So I'll probably go to where he sleeps or has a small office and start nosing around for such a device.
A diary type thing?
A diary kind of thing.
All right.
You know.
He has no office, but there is a bedroom and it has a small table next to it. There are no books of any kind, though, in this.
Is there any sign of a struggle or anything like unusual?
Good question. There's no sign of any struggle. The place looks a little dirty, but not just more disheveled than any struggle. There's some food in the fridge, half of it spoiled. Dirty laundry piled into a corner in the bedroom. Toiletries just left out in the bathroom. Definitely a older bachelor older bachelor pad environment.
Is there a video security system?
On here, no.
Devin's just searching the house in general for clues.
Make an investigation roll.
13.
13. You see nothing clue related with your magnifying glass out of the ordinary. Just the normal stuff. Entertainment system, computer. There's no
TV.
There's entertainment system. There's no vehicle.
Ebo turns on the TV and looks for some news.
Okay. You are not able to find any news right now. It's pre-packaged.
Mr. Cajul crap, what's the guy's name? What's the chief's name? Did we get
I
that?
don't know if we know.
No, it's just Chief.
You check the information you're given. It's Horick. Horick. Chief Horick.
Was Chief Cajul, was Chief Horick, was he prone to getting demerits? Is that why we can't find him? Did you guys shuttle him off planet?
Kajul answers with a smile.
Wolf smiles back.
Great.
Doesn't look like much is here. There's no information. There's no indication that he was accosted or something other than normal life. Going through and picking up toothbrushes and whatnot and tossing them on the bed. It all looks normal.
Devin will go through the computer since Augie's not, I guess.
All right. We have a computer skill, I believe.
Yeah.
Make a computer roll.
Great. Yeah, keeping up with the
Consistency?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you roll? A 6.
You throw a black ball onto it.
It works!
It explodes the computer.
I just can't win.
You can't. No.
Does I'm not there.
I can't find anything.
Did you check his computer?
It's totally clean.
It's totally clean.
Is there any indication as to what race Chief Warwick is?
You can see a picture of him, and yes, he is a race not too dissimilar from a human, slightly colored skin differently, and a much larger pronounced jaw. You're not familiar with the race, but you've seen him before.
Can I yell in and just say, does it look like he packed anything to leave? Does it look like he left in a hurry or that he hasn't been back in a while?
Yes.
Unexpectedly.
He left his toothbrushes out. Does it look like there's any indication?
No packing of any type.
No
You even
packing,
see there's some boxes for when he arrived that are stuffed into a closet with nothing in them.
It appears he did not plan on going anywhere.
Are you sure, Kajul, you guys didn't fiddle around with him?
Kajul does not respond.
Still smiling?
Oh, yes.
Mm.
Are you smiling?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't seem like we found anything.
It has to be someplace where he was last.
You hear from the device in Kajul's hand. And then he puts it back into his thing.
What was that, Kajul?
That was for Alyssa. Alyssa starts to smile again, being upset at the conversation with Catherine and Epo. She has found a way to get off the planet. I just realized that. Oh, she does not realize that, but yes.
That's not good.
Oh boy. All right, well, it seems like we still have other ways we can find this out. How about we head back to Sector 1 and see what is in one of those storage bays. See if maybe he was there.
Do we know that is where these storage bays are?
Seems likely, but no.
Let us maybe do some research.
Kajul, where are the storage bays?
He's not gonna
Devin will
respond.
ring up Jimmy.
All right. This is Junior Officer Talon. Go for Talon.
Officer Taylor,
Over.
this is Acting Deputy Devin Page.
That's a negative on that title page.
So, where are these storage bays?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are there storage bays somewhere in the in the town, someplace where there is some storage?
Well, there's like warehouses in different parts, and people have different like sheds and stuff attached to their domiciles.
Is there a specific warehouse type place, like a major warehouse or something?
There's
like,
dozens of them.
Okay. Thank you, Senior Officer Talon.
He clicks off.
So we will need to get some more information.
I say we head to Sector 3 as we planned.
We're in
Definitely in
Sector
Sector 3.
I am not here.
Our plan has been completed.
Epo turns the volume back up on the smooth jazz that's playing through his comms.
I may not be able to hit anything in the fight, but at least I can pay attention.
We are here.
We are somewhere.
Are there a lot of these Christinis? Do we see a lot of them other than that little prayer circle they had?
You saw the prayer circle and maybe one other beyond the two that were at the dock.
Is there marinara?
I had assumed that we would find the storage bays where we docked the shuttle.
We could go back and ask Luke Sherwood.
He at least was helpful or could potentially put us in a direction.
Oh, he will
Makes
point the
sense.
way for sure.
Wood.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's go back to the dock.
Visit Luke Sherwood.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys are, after maybe a 10-minute drive, back at the docks. You walk through the main entrance. They've got most of the blood squeegeed away off the ground.
Jeez.
There's still green gore. There's piles of mounds of mandibles and bits that are being put into trash cans. Thin garbage bags.
Looking
out.
looking around in here, there are massive containers and whatnot.
There are?
They have indicators, numbers on them, specific company markers, that kind of thing. On
Sure.
them? Okay.
One of them say storage bay 3.
No, they do not say storage bay 3. They are in different storage bays, though.
Is there a storage bay 3?
There is.
Ding, ding, ding.
Devin would like to go to storage bay 3.
All right. It is slightly off to the east where that one section where that one bug came out of the east wall and attacked that bug Devin could not hit came out of. There's
Thank you for reminding
I'm
us.
just giving you clarity of where it was at. There's an area for a lot of different storage, and there's essentially just painted areas that say storage bays 1 through 6 on there, and they have just different spots to hold things. Like storage bay 1 has huge fans that are just laying on the ground and stacked that they'll use for the roads outside at some later point. Storage bay 2 has a bunch of metal barrels labeled Char 3 gas that they mine. And storage bay 3, 4, 5, and 6 and on are completely empty.
I'm going to...
And Augie, make a mechanics roll. Catherine, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm going to look at Augie and Ipo and just say, can you do some reconnaissance for us and maybe talk to the foreman? And I'm going to look at Augie and say, I know you're the man for this. Give him my last inspiration die. And then I'm going to start talking and engaging Devin, Alyssa, and Kolsch for a while in, like, just nearby somewhere in this storage area that's not next to storage bay 3.
I am the man for this. And non-natural 20.
All right.
Yes.
Kajul stays with your group. Augie, you are going to do what with Catherine's input? Ipo? Are you responding to anything she just said?
I'm just hanging out with Augie.
Honestly, I miss part of what you were saying because I was focused on this. Sorry.
I was hinting that maybe the two of you could go off and gather some more information about storage bay 3 while we occupied.
I'm marching around
Yeah, we're
storage bay 3, so
occupying
that's what I'm doing.
Storage bay 3 is empty. There's nothing there.
I'm looking for traces of what might it be, or is it a digitized container to where it would...
No. This is
Nothing like
literally
this.
a large open space with a painted floor and white stripes that says storage 1, storage 2, storage 3.
But the empty storage container we brought back with us is not in storage
Is
bay
not
3.
there.
I mean, why would it be?
That's where it was supposed to go.
But we left it in the waste, the transfer.
No, we brought it with
Pick it
us.
It automatically picked it up.
We had it
before we
attached to the outside of the shuttle.
Huh.
Okay, so seeing that it's not there, Ipo wants to go talk to Mr. Sherwood.
Okay. You don't see him anywhere. Augie, what was your mechanics roll? I'll get back to you, Ipo, in just a second.
Non-natural 20.
As you start looking around for things and poking your nose around, one non-natural 20 is pretty darn good. One thing comes to mind, and that is the Char 3 gas containers that you see, these metal barrel type things that are sealed very securely and everything, say Char 3 on them, make no sense money-wise. Char 3 is normally a gas that is harvested from maybe like gas giants with massive ships, used as a propellant or fuel, but only in mass quantities. It makes no sense at this small size. You could open this up
I see.
and light it on fire and it would just make a little poof. It's cheap if you do it in mass. This just makes no economic sense right now.
I'm focusing around there looking at the barrels themselves. So I'm searching out Storage Bay 3 and then having some sort of realization as to what is actually in Storage Bay 2. I go over there and start snooping around as well.
Okay. There are these barrels. They're white barrels. They are sealed tight to keep gas inside secure.
I go along and start thumping them down the side as I go down if they're thin enough to make any kind of noise.
Make a mechanics roll with advantage.
Oh. A 9.
9.
You can add my thing if you want.
You're just making
Oh,
weird.
wait. Hold on. Adding that. What is that? 14.
14.
Thank you.
You start making weird dinging noises. You believe the canisters that are here are empty.
That doesn't make any sense to me. Augie will find some sort of pry bar and start wedging open one of these containers.
All right. Ipa, what were you looking to do? Find Luke.
Find Luke, Mr.
All right.
Sherwood.
You don't see him anywhere, but you're able to reach out and contact him with the card that he provided.
Okay.
You give him a call. You hear, yeah, this is Luke.
Luke Sherwood.
Who's this?
This is the Pomony of Athis of the Prophets.
Oh, yeah.
There should have been a container in Storage Bay 3. I do not see it there.
Sorry to hear about that.
Are you not in charge of shipments?
No, I'm in charge of a lot of our mining operations.
Who is in charge of receiving and shipping?
You'd have to ask some of the people there at the dock.
Can you give me a name?
Try Clen.
Clen. Is that with a Q?
It's a silent Q followed by a K and an L and an E and an N.
Those are all silent. The K works, but everything else.
Very good. I will attempt to reach out to him. Thank you.
All right.
And
You find a claim.
excellent.
He is trying to deal with this. He looks a little shell-shocked.
Mr. Quicklin,
He looks at you like a badass and says, the Q is silent.
apologies. I'm Specialist Epomony of Athis.
Oh, were you involved with this? This is just a nightmare.
As I was
I just
saying,
can't get this green stuff out of my fingers. It's terrible.
try using degreaser. There should have been...
They killed my cousin.
Who's your cousin?
He was a guy who was stabbed through the chest. They pinned him to the floor.
He's still in my fingernails.
That's
He had
unfortunate.
2 weeks to go before his contract was done.
That's unfortunate for your cousin.
They say if just one of you had reached a mature turn sooner, he could have lived.
I wasn't there. I'm sorry.
I had to watch it through the window. I couldn't do anything. I was frozen with fear.
Well, that's your fault.
He starts to cry a little bit. I'd wipe the tear away, but I'd get green stuff on my face.
It's quite tangy, not.
Were you here to help clean up? That
No.
seems only the right thing to do.
No, I'm here to help clean up a mystery. That is all.
Okay.
Do you know anything about a container that should be in...
I just appreciate you being here. He puts
Yes.
a hand on your shoulder.
Oh my god. Ipo looks around to see if
Sometimes I feel like
Kajul is anywhere nearby.
Kajul is nowhere nearby. Catherine's plan is to get Kajul away from you.
It's not that I'm sad. It's just...
I just really need to be close to somebody right now.
Devin! You're needed.
Smooth jazz all the way.
What do you think? Maybe want to go get a drink or something? We just talk, man. Just talk.
I think there should be a pod in Storage Bay 3, and I'm wondering where it is and why it's not there.
Make a persuasion roll. Get him focused.
It's unclear.
Persuasion
Yes.
is a 17.
All right. Okay. What? I'm here. Let's focus. You're right. Let's
You are
get this
here.
place clean.
But first,
Here, and he hands you a mop.
I set it on the wall. There is
He wipes a tear from his eye.
There's meant to be a storage container
Green stuff now on there.
in Bay 3.
What about it?
There's a storage container that was supposed to arrive.
I heard you. What about it?
It's not there.
Okay, hold on. He walks over to a computer and starts punching little things, leaving little green fingerprints on the controls. Yeah, it was just picked up like 10, 15 minutes ago.
How long does it take the process and get put into storage?
Not long?
Should not be in the storage bay by now.
No, someone picked it up.
Oh. Who picked it up?
He looks and starts punching it in. Gets some sort of answer you can see. You can't tell what it is. You can see it on the screen. Then he looks at you. What about that drink? You think you want to go for a drink after this?
I will buy you a whole fifth if you tell me who picked up that storage container.
It says Rallis Mining.
A whole fifth. Sorry, math joke.
Someone got it. Rallis Mining.
It doesn't say who it was in particular.
All right. Well,
Yeah, they just picked it up. You just missed.
thank you very much.
Hey, thank you.
Yes. I'll see you at 9 o'clock tonight at the Rusty Beard for that drink. And
All right, I'll find it.
Yeah, Evo just walks away.
Okay.
And
That's not going to come back and haunt you.
I was waiting.
Look over and Tom is
There actually
writing down
was a
Rusty Beard.
there actually was a Rusty Beard,
And then it's
unfortunately.
going to be Jeffrey and then this guy are like out to get you after a while.
growing team.
They're going to meet an untimely and painful end. I want to come find
The group?
the group.
All right, the group is there chatting amongst themselves, trying to keep Kajul entertained.
Smiling a lot.
I take the other three males of the group while our consort entertains Kajul.
Vaguely sexist. but-
And it's not at all. It's just identification purposes.
Kajul stays with the guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the majority.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Kolsch counts as 2.
That's fine. Then in that case, everybody, I just talked to everyone. Someone from Rallis Mining just picked up the empty container. Not but minutes ago.
Interesting. Is Augie here?
You went
I'm
down.
still opening.
It's up to you. Oh, you were crowbarring.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He was crowbar.
All right, you crowbar open successfully if you make an athletics roll. Just 11 or higher and you're totally fine.
All right.
Don't make any sparks.
The close?
Come on.
What was it?
11 or higher. Athletics.
Athletics.
What'd you roll?
An 8.
An 8.
Oh.
Nope. You do successfully get a crowbar stuck inside the seam of the canister, though, so it's just sticking out awkwardly.
Not obvious at all.
Like hanging up in the air.
I need help. I have to open this.
Can Epo
Oh, yeah.
hear that and go respond?
Only one of you.
Can't reach. Someone.
Cole should go.
Colt, go there. Make an athletics roll. Colt walks over and with one hand pulls down
Well,
and
17.
snaps it off. And deadly oxygen comes spewing out of the canister. There's nothing inside whatsoever.
There's nothing in here.
And it's sealed. It says Char 3, hazardous, for delivery, outgoing.
And all the other ones sounded similar to this.
Correct.
I guess there's something fishy about this mining operation.
There's nothing here. There's
They're
no.
the ones that picked up the container that Elisa was in. And they're shuttling off nothing here in these barrels.
Put a smile on your face. He's watching.
Yep. Smiles.
There's nothing here. If I'm sure things are not right, but we have to find that other container.
I agree. I agree. Let's go back to the group.
We go back there.
You guys are back.
I don't see anything about the barrel, not with Weirdo around.
There was a shuttle. Took the contents, right?
Perhaps a shuttle. I don't know. Somebody from Rallis took our pod.
Took our pod. Can we find it?
Did you not have a device on it?
Mm-mm.
It fell off or
Got
something.
trashed.
Yeah.
Got trashed.
Doesn't point, but looks in the direction of Elise. Yes, it was broken.
That's right.
Violently. I can't repair that.
I'm going to look at Kajul and just say, Kajul, I know that demerits are very serious. What happens if somebody steals something of yours? Does that cause a demerit?
Jules says, no.
Wow, just the smiling, huh?
Respect and happiness is what's required here in the town.
Oh, but wouldn't stealing be a sign of disrespect?
That is up to the law. That is not up to the Corsini. This town has a history of importance to us, and we must show respect.
Your culture is endlessly fascinating. Thank you again for explaining that.
Could you do me the honor of enlightening me with the history of why this place is important to you and your people?
Do you say it with a smile? He does not respond.
This motherfucker.
That is disrespectful to not respond, is it not?
I'm...
Evo pulls out a buzzer.
Kolsha's gonna go up to one of the workers or whatever and find out where the mining operation is centered at. Like
Sure.
where their operation is.
He gives you the operations for Rallis Mining.
Shall we?
My Esper abilities have been severely depleted. I will not. I will be even less effective in any combat.
You will be the same effective.
It seems that without our storage work, that perhaps we should work to get Alyssa back to where she belongs before we do more to help this really wonderful town and planet. And I smile at Kajul. It seems we should probably get back before we pursue this.
Augie stands in the middle of the group and he's fiddling and shaking his backpack, and you hear a cracking sound and then a cork sound and then as a bunch of gas is leaked everywhere and everyone heals to full.
Oh.
What were you saying? We need to rest.
You just spray them with champagne or something?
So we're heading to the hotel is what you're saying?
I'm saying we should probably leave this planet for a bit and get Alyssa to safety.
Oh. Okay.
Should we?
That's fine with me.
So we're going back to the hotel. Going to a hotel?
This is like nobody's listening.
Is this thing on?
I've been fiddling with the backpack.
Catherine, where do you want to take her?
Well, Alyssa, I feel like perhaps we can bring you back to where the prophets are, make sure you're safe, and we can make sure that they know how to take care of you and keep you safe in the future before we learn a little bit more about what's happening here.
That's not necessary. Just take me back home.
Where is home?
Cabardine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Cabardine.
But
Cabardine?
you were found at your home previously. Wouldn't it be great, just so great, to come and talk to the prophets and make sure they can keep you safe in the future at Cabardine?
And also, if you go back there, it is very likely that you will be recaptured by the same people who captured you before.
That thing.
Not that I'm aware of what they're capable of now, and I will be with my school and my students.
How were you captured before?
I was in the markets, like I told you before.
And how did they capture you?
I don't remember, but I will know not to go by myself. Plus, I think I've already spent plenty of time with the prophets already, don't you?
It's been like 6 hours.
Like I said, plenty of time with the prophets.
It would be wonderful if you could do us this favor of reporting back, but of course, it is up to you. We're just trying to keep you safe.
I want a ship home. That is my goal. I'll take a bed for the night in the interim.
Once we get to the Citadel, we can acquire you a ship. But we have no means of doing that here. And Ebo starts to walk to the car. To the truck.
Can we return the truck and get the little shuttle thing back to the above the planet?
I mean, we have the insurance, so I don't think we even need to return it.
This is true.
Everything's a drop site.
You guys check with them. They give you the dock personnel, and they say that they will have a pilot and repairs for the shuttle in about 48 hours.
48 hours.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
In that
It
case,
wouldn't be that easy.
Well then. Great, Alyssa, it sounds like you're stuck with us for 48 more hours.
She sighs heavily.
Oh, but smiling, I hope.
She gets hit with a second demerit.
oh, that's
All right,
shitty.
you're going to the hotel.
should we take-
Hopefully you survive. Good luck.
Should one of us take her back to the hotel while the rest of us go search for...
Just more information
container?
about things. Yes. That sounds good.
So someone drops her off.
I think somebody should stay with her. Not
Ebo
just-
and Catherine?
Sure, sounds great.
Catherine.
Maybe this is a place that Devin can be of service. As Devin needs to
Because he does
rest.
need to rest.
Bitch, just leave me at the hotel.
You just said you wanted to rest, man.
The NPC. Go complete the mission. I hate you all.
Oh God, but what if he pulls a Devin and she's dead?
That's not pulling a Devon.
So someone goes to watch Elise, someone goes to watch Devin.
Make sure he doesn't hurt himself.
Yeah, I mean, sure, I'll stay behind.
Ultimately, Ebo, once we're back outside, wants to have a couple of hands help him hold one of these big floating bladders.
Okay.
Still.
He's gonna get a second demerit.
And he takes his cane sword
All right.
and pierces it as far as he can.
I've already done this.
No,
Okay.
you just used your knife.
So everyone has now left the interior of the starport. You're now outside on the road next to your truck, and you are now manhandling one of these
Yep.
glow
Goes.
things.
And I want to pierce it all the way through to the middle.
All right. It goes tee.
As well as the left.
Your
Be careful. These are volatile.
your cane sword goes through.
And then I pull it back out.
All right. And it's like thick hardened jello.
Okay, so it's solid all the way through.
Yes.
All right.
There's
Are they
a
random sizes, or are they?
There's
all
a
the
nougaty center.
or are they all the same size?
They're all roughly the same size. They're not exact. We're all roughly the same size.
All right, Devin, you're with me.
Sure.
So Devin and Catherine
Great.
are going to the hotel with Alyssa.
Good luck,
Augie
team.
would like to go as well. Augie needs to rest.
So I guess it's Kolsch and
We might as well take a rat. We might as well. We might as well. Well, we might.
we're going to go.
Ghost gets in the truck.
Well, she needs a rest.
Yeah, we might. We should all go take a rest then. If it's only gonna be one or two of us, who knows what trouble we'll get into.
Kajula, are you with us? And I give him a little wink.
He doesn't respond other than a smile.
Come nap with us, Kajul.
Do we have to get him a
You were to
room?
have a cuddle puddle? Would you like to join? It's very joyful.
As long as we're smiling.
You lay on the floor, and then we all get on top.
What's our? Because we don't have. Fucking Jimmy didn't reserve us rooms. Just her.
We're all just gonna
So what-
stay in the same room.
There's a room
All
you
seven
can
of us.
rent. It
Got a king size.
Can hold about 3 people roughly, and it's 10 credits.
Per day?
No, correction. Let's just make it'll be 3 credits a day. But you're gonna need a couple rooms.
In addition to the one that Alyssa has.
Right now, you've got 7 people to contend with.
Just
How
fine.
are we? Why do we?
Kajul, we're not going to pay for you. You're going to have to help out there, buddy. That's what good friends do respectfully.
And you are going to rest now?
We are going to rest now.
I will see you at the early morning chime. And he leaves you alone.
Oh, fucking thank God.
Oh my God! And like Catherine just
Rest has an
swears
advantage.
for like 5 straight minutes.
He walks out of the lobby of the hotel. He looks back. 5 smiles immediately appear on the face. And then he walks away, content that you are tucked in for the night.
I'm gonna frown like a mother.
Hippo flips him off with 5 sets of hands somehow.
Oh,
Interesting. All right. Well, Kajul is gone. It actually gives us a little bit of leeway. Do we want a couple people to go out and check out what's happening in the?
How much time do we have until the first chime?
You have like 10 hours.
Perfect.
We only need 8.
We only need 8.
All right.
Augie will stay at the hotel with Alyssa.
I think everyone's going to rest.
Everyone's
Everyone's
okay.
gonna
Well, I
get
was
up
worried because it
We're
sounds like
We
gonna
you
don't
get up
all
early.
need it, but
Yeah.
Told you can stand camp watch next to the campfire in the hotel.
Why don't
You need a little bit.
Why don't you go out and
oh,
meet,
you're right. I do.
Why don't you go out and
No.
meet the guy for a drink?
I do. I forgot I do have one.
I'm
level
gonna
of
pay for
exhaustion.
one of those
Exhaustion.
rooms, and then I'm gonna say, let's get up early and see what we can do before the first chime.
All right.
All right, everyone rests. You get back half your hit points, half your hit dice.
Level of exhaustion, if you've got one.
Level of exhaustion, which helps. Which I don't know if you guys have been rolling with disadvantages on those skill checks.
Is that what that is?
Really?
Yeah.
Tried a skill check. Oh, I did the athletics one.
Computer's roll, but my amazing 6 wouldn't have really mattered. So
Yeah, still would have been.
Right. You guys are resting. Everything goes well. You do get woken up about an hour or 2 in by a little radio message coming through on channel 1.
Hippo doesn't.
Ignore.
This is Junior Officer Talon, just checking in, making sure those security routes are working out.
everything is all clear, Jimmy. Thank you.
Roger that. Great having you on board.
It is wonderful.
Especially you, Devin.
Are we deputies yet?
And
Where are we landing on that deputy thing?
and the epoch and the epoky. I hope he's doing a job of any kind of worth.
He's
Hippo doesn't hear it because he's still on channel 2.
I just like the idea of Ipo's like just like walks around like emitting smooth jazz.
All right, I'm out.
Smooth Hippo.
Bye.
You guys rest. Augie, you had something?
Yes, is there a data center kind
They have
of
a business center here, yes.
intranet? is there a pool?
It has a printer, a Windows XP
Can you
computer.
check
yeah.
into your airport?
Use your room key. Something to find out just generally about what the dome is. You know, is there a public data source that has that kind of information, an internet, if you will?
Sure.
I would like to spend one of the hours to do that, to look up about
The Dome and
dome.
You.
The dome and you, yes.
Presented by Troy McClure. Sometimes when a dome grows,
That's good dome.
there are bugs where there were no bugs before.
Keep those faces smiling.
You might remember me from other Dome videos, such as The Domining. Hi, Dome.
And dome the collapse.
Alongside co-stars Luke Sherwood.
Sorry, just general information about the dome, maybe the bugs when they came, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but it mentions make a lore roll with advantage due to your computer work.
A 17.
Great. That's a nice one. It mentions the bugs have been present on this planet for a while and are considered lightly hazardous to any citizens or personnel on the planet. That's an old message from 20 years ago. Then you can see more and more emergency messages and more attacks 17, 16, 15, 14 years ago. that now they're having to set up some turrets on the outskirts of the town. And then maybe 10, 12 years ago, they set up a dome because the attacks were becoming more frequent. And now the dome is permanently on, reinforced. There are occasional failures when there's too many bugs and emergencies kick in, and the turrets can defend from the outside before the systems reinitiate the dome overall. But yeah, it's now ever-present bugs.
Okay, so one time the dome was not even needed.
Correct.
Okay.
It also mentions this. You got 17?
17.
It also mentions this is a place of communion for the Crocini and their connection to the source. It was considered not necessarily holy, but of value and maybe like a spiritual retreat place to go to. But over time, it kind of became used by the mining operations and the support personnel for it, and it lost a lot of its cool mystical value to the Crocini, and now many of them, there used to be several hundred that were in this area, and they just moved on.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Morning time. You guys get up a couple hours early. Everyone's rested. You have a couple hours before your ethics officer shows up.
So we'll take an extra 10 minutes, cast Psionic Shield, and then take a short rest.
All right.
Re-up his points.
Okay.
Say we leave.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Alyssa, do you feel safe here by yourself?
I will enjoy the prepackaged cable entertainment.
Do not let anyone in.
Except for us.
So close. She chills out in the room.
Actually, you could... No. I was going to say she could sit with Kajul, but she's going to get a demerit.
No, Kujul's
Yeah.
behind us.
Do not need her dead.
You guys climb aboard the vehicle, the truck, and head out. Where you're going? What's your plan?
Oh no.
The mining company.
Okay. You head towards the mining company. You see something Kolsch sitting in the passenger seat and not having a better view since you're not on top of someone else's lap. You can see there's some sort of kerfuffle as you're driving towards the mining company. You're only halfway there, and you see there is a early morning gathering of people that you haven't seen before. It's been rather quiet. There are a bunch of non-Crocini that are gathered around a strange-looking structure, and they have kind of a mob vibe to them, and they don't seem happy. A bunch of humans, a couple other races, but yeah, it's very early.
Is this our early morning get the angries out meeting? The purge.
Oh yeah, it's before the Christinians wake up.
For the first chime.
Epo, let's see what this is.
Very well.
You pull over. There is... Devin, you can see this is some sort of religious temple that they have gathered around.
Okay.
And they're outside the temple, and they are right now putting together a bunch of signs, protest signs, with metal rods they've taken from somewhere and cardboard or whiteboard type concept, and are writing on these signs.
What does the writing say?
You can't see. You start to approach, though.
Yep.
There's a big muscular guy there. He looks up and says, "Hey, come on over. We got plenty more."
What's going on here, sir?
What do you mean?
We are from off planet.
Oh, well, yeah, come join us.
What is happening?
You know those stupid people that walk around buzzing you all the time?
Sure.
We're protesting that silliness.
Won't you get demerits doing that?
Devin snorts appreciatively. Not according to the boss. He says that this is allowed according to the law.
Who's your boss?
The guy who arranged all this.
Who is that?
Look, do you want to join or not?
I would like to know who I'm joining up with before I join.
You're joining up for the right group.
What group is that?
People that don't play stupid games like these idiots. Now here, and he thrusts a sign into Kolsh's paw.
What's the sign say?
I don't know. It says, if you don't like us, then leave.
Kolsh starts...
Turn that.
You can get behind that?
Turn that smile upside
Fuck
down.
these Christinis!
Oh no, we're gonna start a riot.
Do we have time for this?
A sign is put in Devin's
We
hand.
have 36 more hours.
That reads, miners work, Crostini play games.
Okay.
I go back up to that big difficult guy. Are you guys all miners? Like, do you work for the mining company?
Yeah.
All of you?
And Ipo, you are given one sign as well.
What's Epo say?
Your sign reads, stupid rules by stupid people.
They're obviously not rules that I made.
Do you want to trade signs with me?
No.
And they start getting going. And all right, everyone, let's start picketing. We can't go inside the building, but we need to start shouting, and they're going to bring in some sort of a news recording in about 20 minutes, so let's get going.
Is this where all the Crostinis stay?
Okay, if you're going to know these people, they're called Crocinis.
That's what I said.
This is one of their temples.
You seem awful concerned about their semantics when you want to, override them.
He's got a point. Let's make a new sign.
You should start handing them demerits.
And they
Being
start
happy.
they start putting up signs that say "Crusties have to go," and Devin has helped create racism here on the planet.
My job here is done.
Oh God!
That's a demerit.
All right, team. We don't really have time for this.
We
need to
do
get out of
not.
here. They're gonna have people here in 20 minutes. We have to go check out what's going on while they're distracted.
Crusties go! Crusties go!
Just cut off the crust. Cut off the crust.
I come up to Epo and I smack at him. Like, what are you doing?
He's leading the whole charge.
I mean, if there was a riot and it would keep a lot of things occupied.
Absolutely, but let's not start that. We are supposed to be helping this town.
Maybe we are.
Oh my God!
Let's go with let's beat feet to where we were going.
All right, and we'll all kind of march around for a couple seconds and then
Okay.
sort of like march our way out, I guess.
All right, a big muscular hand from that guy stops you, Devin. He places it on your chest. Hey, where are you going? We need you here now.
We're gonna go get more signs.
No, you're good. We need bodies here. We got that report.
Going to go get more friends to come.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. And then goes to turn around and then as he stops paying attention.
Oh. He grabs your friend Devin the Mystic by the arm and spins you and presses you up against a car and does the hand behind the back maneuver and says, "Quit screwing around, man, or I'll hurt you. Get your ass back in line."
Primal fear. Creature of your choice that you can see within range becomes uncontrollably terrified of everything around them. If
All right.
affected by this power, the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw coming. Oh, it's going to be so good. It ended up a 2.
So he basically just lays down in the fetal position for up to a minute while I concentrate.
Okay. He just goes, "Ah!" and drops to the ground. Ah, what's that?
Well,
Oh my God.
I promise I'll smile.
Actually, he becomes
smiling.
incapacitated, unable to stand for the duration. I just look down and smile, and I'm like, "Quiet, or they'll get you." And then leave.
All right.
You handled that very well.
For once.
Even the sun shines on a blind dog's ass someday.
Takes his sign.
We're going to the Rollis office? Is that where we're going?
Or the mining station.
We're all us mining.
Yeah.
Probably where the
Offices.
Rollis office would be.
I mean,
Wow, you two
think
are really communicating
Yeah.
today. You got this down.
You guys arrive at the Rallis Mining Operations Center. It's an office of like 5 stories tall. Again, though, prefabricated building.
Is this also where they do the mining?
No.
I was thinking about where they do the mining.
We can
We can
input?
like
Go to
do
whatever.
what?
I mean,
we can do both. Let's start here because we happen to be here now.
All right, you guys are here. You go through the door, and there is a guy who greets you at the little reception type area, and he's got a bunch of paperwork, doing a lot of work. Says, hey, what's going on? We're not really quite open for any work.
Well, our
Wait,
papers must be lost in the shuffle
we're
there.
deputies of your town here.
Oh, you're deputies. Oh. Augie, you get excitedly terrified as a large metallic feet of like an Ed 209 robot from
wonderful.
steps out from the shadows and goes, and this armed robot comes out. It's got two big legs. It's got arm-like appendages that end in rifle attachments, and it starts just scanning the room. And the guy behind the counter just puts a hand down. Says it's early, but it's fine.
Is that a GRG 304? Why do you have one of these?
So it's part of our security detail.
You need that much security?
Well, we're a business. We're the
has it.
business. We got a lot of money flowing in around here. What exactly do you do for the police again?
It still has all its plating. Original circuitry.
Are you still going through yesterday's paperwork?
Yeah, I'm behind.
There's a part I need.
I came in early.
Apparently you are.
The gun straight on Augie. I heard about 59.
They know.
Ipo's talking to the paper pusher behind the desk. I came to check on the shipment that arrived yesterday in Bay 3.
Make a deception roll with advantage.
13.
13.
You don't have any deception?
No.
He's not deceptive.
That's the
Very
old.
forthright.
Yeah.
That's the old Ipo.
Yeah, I've got that right here, he says, holding a printout in his hand. He does not let you take it.
It's fine. I just want to verify.
You want to verify what?
Verify who picked it up, because we're supposed to meet them, but I don't remember who it was.
This is corporate property. I can't hand this over without official warrant or whatever.
Well, in that case, Ipo pulls out a data pad.
Uh-huh.
Can we save game?
Quick load, quick save.
Ipo holds out this data pad, and the screen is facing him, and he's looking at it, and then he looks at the clerk and he says, if we get official with this, then I have to do paperwork, and I have to cite your name, and you have to be listed on the subpoena, and I don't want to go through all this. You're not even open yet this morning.
And then I'm gonna go to him and I'm gonna look at him and say, we're friends here. We were sent here to help with this storage pod. We just want to make sure that we've got the right place, the right pod, and that we have all the information we need to help out. Ipo here is just very thorough. We want to make sure that we're doing our jobs and make sure that we can make your life a little bit easier.
Evo, make a deception roll with advantage, please.
7.
Stupid motherfucker.
He says, look, I'm really busy, but I can't do anything. You talk to the chief, and he sends word here, then maybe we got a different story, but rules are rules.
I understand. Point me the way.
To what?
Chief.
Go to the police station. It's like Sector 2 or 1 or something.
Oh, we're the deputies. I thought you meant the chief of the corporation.
Yeah. Sorry, Luke Sherwood sent us, the foreman. He sent us to make sure that everything came in correctly.
Hold on. Catherine, make a deception roll straight.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
That is a non-natural 20.
Yes.
He says, oh, why'd you say so? I didn't know Luke had your back, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we get a little caught up. We were just so excited to help out.
We don't like the name drop.
We're actually very important.
He says, yeah, here. And he hands the printout to you.
To who?
to Catherine.
And Epo like
And Catherine smiles with practice. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to happen.
And it says pick up delivery at Storage Bay 3 upon arrival of shuttle, and has the date and the time. It was right after you guys left the shuttle, and it was picked up and delivered to Warehouse H.
Does it say who
Is there a name?
It's a official Rallis pickup. So internal company pickup. Warehouse H in Sector 5 is the delivery spot for it.
How far away is Sector 5?
Not far.
Probably 2 sectors away.
I think it's actually 5 sectors away, man.
Oh, damn. No. Where are we? What sector are we in at the Viking headquarters?
You're 6.
Oh.
You're good. You're good.
Hey. How does math work?
Anything else? Anything else you guys and Luke need? Otherwise, I got a lot of work here.
No, we'll handle it from here, thank you. And we'll pass along to Luke that you're doing your best. Maybe he can offer you some help.
Right. Like that's gonna happen. You guys head out?
Before we
You head out! No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just like, oh man, there seems to have been a lot of shipments lately, but this doesn't seem like a super active area. How many shipments are you getting a day, approximately?
We don't do a lot of shipments at all.
I mean, coming in?
No, not a lot in and not a lot out. There's not a lot of work like that.
Interesting. Where does the stuff that you mine go?
Jar 3.
It heads out on shipments whenever they tell me to, and I arrange the shipments to be picked up. It goes through the normal shuttle process.
Yeah, well, you're doing great work here. Thank you
Thanks.
so much.
Yeah.
All right, we leave.
Okay. You guys are outside.
If you're ever not using that, I'll take it.
To the robot? Augie reluctantly leaves. You guys are outside.
I guess the Sector 6. Warehouse H.
We're in 6.
Sector
We're going
5.
to Sector 5.
Warehouse H. I knew that. I was just testing you guys.
You guys
We're the
have,
prophets.
you guys haven't.
They only hire the best and the brightest, as you can tell.
You have an hour left on your counter for the ethics officer showing up at the hotel.
Not sure we're going to make it back in time.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
No.
All right, so we head to Warehouse 8.
You guys drive around and...
Do we pass by Avenue Q on the way?
We do not. We. Do we pick up the ethics officer?
No.
You hear, everyone hears except Epo over your radio. Hey, any of you new guys listening, we got a problem. There's some problem at the temple. There's some fighting going on. Need someone over there, stat, to break it up.
Epo's just scatting along with the smooth jazz as he's driving.
Yeah, we're all busy on our routes, so if
I'm sure it'll work itself out
yeah,
just fine.
just, you know, we'll see. We'll meet you there.
All right, I'll meet you there immediately.
Yeah, soonish.
He starts to say something, but you turn off the radio.
Yep.
Oh my.
All right, you guys ignore that. You head to Sector 5, driving around.
Are we not driving by
No.
that thing on the way? Oh, no, we're not? Okay.
We've already been by.
God, we have no idea where we are.
It's very hard with those strange yellow things floating around.
Oh, come here. I'm going to... Boom.
Oh, I saw that one earlier.
Got a K in it.
You can gain a DM inspiration die for that one.
Gosh.
Great callback. You guys arrive at a warehouse area, and there's several different ones labeled, and you pull up not too far away from a warehouse H. There's a little bit of activity. You see some people with Rallis mining on the back of their jumpsuits, and they're moving some crates around to different warehouses.
Hey there, we were sent here by Luke to check on what came into Warehouse H yesterday.
Guy says, hey, I just haul stuff. And he walks away.
All right.
Great, thanks.
Well, let's go.
Do we see a warehouse H?
There is a warehouse H, yes.
Is there security, significant security?
Make a...
And I'm also looking for the heavy stomps of a Series 309 robot. Yes.
All right, make an investigation roll.
Alrighty. Twice. All right. Got it. That is a natural 1.
Okay.
And a 17.
All right. You are able to discern that there are several cameras that are attached to the exterior of this warehouse, and there are no cameras on any of the other warehouses, and you don't need to worry about that natural 1.
Maybe you should stay out here.
I see cameras on this one. Lots of cameras, but nothing anywhere else.
Can you disable them?
Oh, I don't know. I can't do it from here. I might be able to. I'd have to get to the security office.
Is there any blind spots on the cameras?
You need to make some sort of cool roll. What would that be?
You don't have
Stealth?
No.
Yeah, I think stealth, kind of a tactical stealth roll.
11?
There's 5 blind spots that you can see. Each more blind than the last.
It is dark outside.
Oh my God.
You see Devin out in the open in the morning light, tumbling from one open space to another.
Every once in a while, a black orb goes out.
He tumbles past the group several times as you're all just standing there watching him go by.
It's just like cartoonish, like, you know, like on my tippy toes.
Yeah.
Just like, all like hunched over.
Goes into a bush, periscope comes up, goes back down.
He finally
Moves with
stops,
the
the
bush.
camera zooms in on him. He's like, I made it. The rest of you just walk right by him.
He pulls his hood up even higher.
You can't see me.
Much.
Do you want this whole episode just deleted and never broadcast?
Yes, please. This is like Devin's personal hell.
It'll just be episode 6, and the shuttle leaves the planet with Devin looking sad.
No recap, please.
All right, I'm gonna head in.
Yeah, Epo starts walking that way.
Okay. You...
Devin stealthily follows.
Kolsch will stay outside and keep watch.
All right. You head that way, and
How large is the warehouse?
it is about 2 or 3 stories tall.
Wow.
And pretty wide. Yeah, it could fit quite a few of those storage containers from the shuttle area.
Is it bigger than the other storage?
Like a You Mama So Fat
Oh,
wide?
yeah.
Is there some sort of data pad that says where things are stored in which sections?
No, you guys are just walking up, and you're outside. There's huge, like, wide hangar doors that could fit a massive starship to go. Not massive, but a starship to go through.
Like a man door?
And then there's a small personal door.
Okay, so I want to walk up to the man door. I mean, unless the hangar door's open.
Okay. The hangar door is not open.
Okay, so I go up to the man door.
All right. It's locked.
I pull out my infiltration tools.
I'm gonna.
I can just stay outside on watch, and Kolsch can come in.
Ewo, go ahead and make some sort of hacking roll.
Infiltration.
Infiltration roll.
16.
16. Once again, Epo, you put your hacking tool in, you start running through the little numbers, inserting that one little wire that needs to go in every movie, and you are able to crack the lock. It goes, ka-ching. You can hear a metal bolt slide out of place, so you can now open the door, and the door swings open, and the guy is standing there looking at you, kneeling. What the hell are you doing?
Needling?
You're kneeling down
Oh,
to
I'm
unlock
kneeling.
the door.
I was.
I heard needling.
I heard
too,
needling
yeah.
too. I thought he was like knitting maybe.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh, tying my shoe.
You say, unplugging the device from the lock.
With like 3 of us standing right behind him.
We're all like, yep, definitely tying his shoe. Yep.
He says, yeah, and he grabs a radio. I'm going to need some security
And
nowadays.
Epo, like, hops up and punches him.
Okay. Make an attack with advantage. Some sort of melee punching attack.
Can it be with a combat knife?
You want to stab him with a knife?
That I pulled out?
Dear God.
Yeah.
All right. Then
That escalated quickly.
then it's with a combat knife.
Okay.
Oh, phew, 11.
Okay. You actually hit with that.
Okay.
And you get your Death Strike bonus on top of that.
Oh, wow.
It's like a level 1 shot.
Oh, no, wait. That's a 4, not a... But a Death Strike is a...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, 10 points of damage.
All right. What the hell are you doing? Da, 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 da. He grabs his radio. Yeah, I'm going to need...
Not all of that transmits.
It transmits to the soul of the rest of your party, however.
His finger, releases
Why
the
are we
transmit
murdering
button.
people?
Dude, why? That
What
was
are you doing?
so crazy.
He was calling for reinforcements.
I'm gonna go up to that guy and
Epo just stands on his head.
I'm gonna touch him and do a little field remedy. And just be like, really sorry about that. You'll get better soon. And while I do a field remedy, I'm going to also take his radio away and shove something in his mouth. But I'm gonna heal him for
All right.
8 points of damage.
Oh, he had...
Yep, that sounds great. And I'm gonna tie his hands behind his back.
Okay. That is like the weirdest 6 seconds of this guy's life.
Just completely emasculated Epo.
Dude, that was unnecessary. You don't kill the random guy on security.
When he's calling for reinforcements, yes, you do.
Devin.
Nope.
He's standing up, by the way.
Just because you can't.
The guy's standing up.
Oh, like I tied his hands behind his back.
He doesn't want that to happen. Make an athletics roll.
I just cured you, man.
Do not make us kill you again.
Have you seen
16.
this guy? That's 13.
All right, he pushes you off of him, Catherine. He still has his mouth, but now he's swinging and punching at Epo. No, he's going to attack you with a melee weapon of 1 radio in his fist.
I took his radio.
You did. He's punching you instead. That's a 15 to hit.
Okay.
You've been hit. You enjoy 2 points of bludgeoning damage. And he starts squaring up with you.
All right, I use my knife and... Oh my God! Do you not see what just happened after you healed him?
Is there any way for me to intervene and try to punch this guy?
Catherine is intervening.
I'm gonna intervene and just try to grapple this dude.
Okay. Make
This is gonna go terribly.
make an athletics roll for me again, please.
Oh my God, this is terrible.
Catherine flies through the air, slams into this guy's upper chest, and oh my God.
10.
He got a natural 20. He takes your momentum and slams you into the ground, and
Judas
Catherine
you.
is stunned for a round. And
Enough. And Devin will cast Primal Fear.
all right, he's making a wisdom saving
Yes,
throw.
he is.
8.
He drops down prone on the ground,
All right.
incapacitated.
Don't hurt me now! No, don't stab me now!
We already hurt him.
All right, so the guy has covered in blood. He is now primal feared, and Catherine is stunned on the ground next to him. Augie kind of walks up, not having paid too much attention, and you
Epo,
look
can
very
you
confused.
check on Catherine, please?
I don't want to.
Augie, can you check on Catherine, please?
She's unconscious on the concrete next to you.
What?
Can you please?
What did you do?
Can you please wake up Catherine?
She brought it on herself.
Augie jostles Catherine.
She starts to wake up.
Yeah. Is she wounded?
She's not wounded. She's just groggy.
I'm groggy.
What happened?
Epo, will you
Spaced out
Never
for a
mind,
moment.
I will tie him up. And
Colch, you can see there's some craziness going on.
Do you have something
and
to tie
there's
him up
some
with?
fork-looking thing that's
I have
heading
some
this
police
way.
tape
I radio to the group.
and monofilament.
If you guys are gonna go in, shut that door, and get the hell on your way.
All right.
We got security coming.
So you're dragging the guy inside?
Yeah.
All right. No, don't take me in there! The bugs are everywhere! He's just freaking out with that
I
primal
thought he was
fear.
gagged.
No, he took the gag out.
Oh.
So we get him inside.
All right. There's a bloody trail left behind. And everyone goes inside except Kolsch.
And shuts the door.
All right.
And locks it.
And we're gonna bound, gag, and secure this guy.
Okay, he is bound and secured and submissive.
Okay.
What happened? What did you do?
I'm going to look at Ipo and say, we don't have time to talk about this, but we are prophets. We don't kill our way to solutions. If they didn't teach that to you well enough, maybe we should go back and talk to the captain.
We do kill our way out of being killed, though.
That guy wasn't going to kill you.
I think he had quite the plan to
He
kill
had
us.
a radio. That is it. We are prophets, Ipo. Get it together. And then I'm going to walk off.
Okay.
Used
Catherine gives you a
worker.
demerit.
I'm looking for this pod.
We're gonna lock the door.
Door's
there,
locked.
Is
It's
there
locked.
any way to like jam it against security? Like, you know, to like break the computer lock or something?
Someone can try to hack it.
Where's Kolsch?
He's,
Outside standing guard.
A
Lock
locked
him
door?
out.
this is what you get for going to the bathroom?
Are we locking him out? And while I'm talking, I fidget with the lock a bit.
Do you have a hacker's kit?
I do not. This is old school rewire.
Okay, make it would be dexterity modifier. No.
Straight roll?
Yep, with
Okay.
dexterity modifier.
A 14.
Okay, you are able to put that little chain thing up at the top.
Old school.
No, you're able to make it a little harder for an allowed person to enter. It's not foolproof, but you made it a little harder.
Okay. That's something. That would buy some time. But what about Kolsch?
Inside, Kolsch is outside. Inside is this warehouse. It is, it's got a side office to the in a corner. There is a wide open area. There's a second floor to it. There's a wide lift that could hold like 4 of your trucks at one time to carry big loads up there. Down here, let me double check. Down here are a bunch of canisters that are white and sealed that say Char 3 on them. There are probably 60 of those scattered around. And there are also probably 5 that you see cameras that are pointed around the interior.
And then is there some sort of directory of inventory?
You don't see that in this space.
Okay.
Devin will head to the office.
Okay. Devin, you head over there.
Yeah, follow.
Okay. Augie, Kolsch, Ipo, what are you guys doing?
People
I'm outside.
will
just
stay at the
watching.
door with our security guy.
Okay.
Staying out, trying to find the security office or where the cameras are controlled from in here?
Okay, you're inside a warehouse. So there's no
Inside.
security office inside this warehouse. This is just a warehouse.
Okay. So from here, do I feel like using my rig, I could disable the cameras?
Nope.
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 Okay. Won't bother with that.
Okay, who is going into the office? Devin and Catherine?
Okay.
Augie, it would be great to have you come along.
I'll come along.
All
I
right.
need your help.
3 of you are in the office. It's got some digitized whiteboard looking thing with delivery dates and all this stuff, and it's all completely empty except for one date that was yesterday for one delivery to here.
I think we found our delivery.
Does it have a location where it's stored in the warehouse?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it says floor 2, section 12.
And then,
That container's empty, though.
right, is there information around here about what they're usually getting in and shipping out?
You can try to hack their computer to find said information.
Can I ask Augie to please take a look?
Oh, yes.
Augie, make a computers roll.
We'll do that. Not finding much. An 8.
An 8. Augie, you don't find much of anything at all except one button that you cannot unpress, and it says Warehouse H security en route. Kolsch, you can see and hear security vehicles, 2 of them coming this way and blaring some sirens. These are not police officers. These are Rallis security. And one of them is racing right towards you, and the other one's kind of circling around back of this warehouse. And there are several armed guys on board. And they come racing right up to you and comes to a screeching halt. They've got guns pointed and point them at you, because since you have a weapon on your back.
Yeah.
Hold it right there! Put the gun on the ground!
I raise my hands. What? Why are you pointing weapons at me?
Gun on the ground! This is your last warning!
I'll take my rifle off my back.
Does that mean it's on the ground?
And I'll put it on the ground.
Okay.
And I'll slowly just start shooting them.
Ipo's listening.
You better have a reason for disarming me. I'm with the police force of Salore, deputized. I'm here doing a routine.
We deputized ourselves.
Doing a routine patrol assignment.
You can do your routine patrol assignment first by kicking the weapon over to me.
That's not happening.
The other guy.
Why I'm not doing anything of harm to anyone. Why do you have your weapons pointed at me?
The other guy also has his weapon pointed at you. I'm not going to say it again. You hear over their radio, Roger, we're moving in the back immediately.
What, are you going to shoot me? You're going to shoot an unarmed police officer?
Make a persuasion roll, Kolsch. And before you roll that, we'll stop there for tonight. An interesting session with a bug battle at the start, followed by dealing with the local workers and Crocini, and reaching out to a young police officer in an effort to find out what's been going on. It all culminated in our heroes breaking the law by sneaking into Rallis mining property and attacking an unarmed man that has certainly backed them into a corner. Thank you to Seth, Jillian, Chris, Tim, and Christopher, and as always, thank you, listeners, for joining us on our adventures. If you've been enjoying the show, take a look at our Patreon at patreon.com/ingloriousbards and consider supporting us. We've got some great bonus content, including after-show commentary, audio describing how the rule system and house rules work, character leveling, character sheets, battle maps, with more released each week. How will the Prophets get themselves out of this mess at the warehouse? And what is really going on here between the workers and Crocini? Until next time.